MS Dhoni in next, Pandya in next, Jadeja after that. So there is a bit of batting. But is that enough?
Matt Henry, well, we've got him there, impressed with Kent last year. Very good for players from overseas to play a season or more of county cricket. There he is, waiting. Game changer, that man. A lot of question marks about some of his batting late on in innings in the tournament. But MS will, don't necessarily think, relish this challenge, but respond to it better than most.
Should he be in at number 5 ahead of Karthik? What do you reckon, Mark?
Well, you captained India, you tell me.
I would think so, yes.
Do you?
He should have been in at 5.
Because he can manoeuvre the ball, you mean? Because he can create some momentum, some purpose.
And can run very well between the wickets.
In other words, you need somebody who can change the nature.
Absolutely. He would have been a perfect foil to Rishabh Pant.
It's difficult if someone isn't ready, isn't it? Wickets fall quickly like that. It could well be that MS simply didn't have his gear on. You know, you've got to react to 3 wickets go in just a few overs. And
yeah, but you have to be ready. Averages 50 in ODI cricket and 350 games for India. You need all the experience at this stage. Yes, Dinesh Karthik is good, but MS Dhoni with all his time in one-day cricket.
But who would make the decision? That's another point, isn't it? Because Virat would have been out there at the point at which you'd be thinking about the decision.
Well, the coach. Well, you can't leave everything to the captain. That'll be the first boundary for Dinesh Karthik. That'll take a lot of pressure off him, just opening the face in the last minute. New Zealand bringing the third-man fielder up in the slip cordon, and he just opens the face at the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly as you would expect Dhoni to do, isn't it? Given that hint of width, it's a very aggressive move to go with 3 slips. And you've got your most impressive new ball bowler on. You decide to attack with him, and no one would criticise that decision. So tight together. That was as much a shot, not pass shot, as it was a run-making shot. Fascinating cricket this. It's a 9 gone now, 19-3.
मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
Tropicana, goodness of best fruits, now in Pakistan.
Expect that, isn't it? When your captain's out on the field, it could be the vice captain, it could be the coach together, but you've got to be proactive. There is Ravi on your screen. I know it's still early days. He's not panicking. He's someone who doesn't panic very, very quickly, but maybe when your captain's in, you need to take that call. You need to be ahead of the game. And you've lost Rohit Sharma, when you've lost Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant would join Rahul. Super shot. He's a good player, young Rishabh Pant. But we'll keep watching as his innings progresses. He'll try and put the pressure back on New Zealand. That's what you need in this situation. Not just defensive shots, but the ability to pick the gaps and hit the boundaries.
Well, we're back to that technicolor and enthusiasm. A deathly hush came around Old Trafford. At least for a moment, normal service has resumed.
Tremendous balance, tremendous position. India needs the flair of youth at this stage. The no fear. The no fear thinking. That's exactly what I was trying to say, Mark. Keep putting the pressure back on New Zealand. The first one was on the front foot, this one on the back foot. What it'll do is it'll take Kane Williamson to take fielders away from the slip court. He's been brilliant. Plus 20 overall in this competition. He's not bowled yet. They're still in disbelief. Some of the Indian fans, they're used to seeing India getting off to great starts. 500s from Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, but that has not been the story today. Fantastic stuff from New Zealand with the new ball. It's a terrific contest.
Well, so absorbing has this been that just noticing Dinesh Karthik take guard for the first time down here at the Brown Stadium end of the ground. Matt Henry hits the perfect length of the line. I can't imagine it's long before we have a combination of Lockie Ferguson with searing pace and Mitchell Santner with his left arm spinners. Attack, attack, attack.
You see the difference. 3 wickets today in the power play. Before this competition, in 9 games, they've just lost 4. They say the middle order, beneath the middle order fire, they haven't had much opportunities in the competition. Well, today is the day. Come the big day, and the middle order has been put under pressure by New Zealand. The words going around that don't jinx Rishabh Pant as a commentator. You get messages on your phones that just be normal. Don't talk too much about him because you might just nick a delivery. We'll try and maintain that. Try and do whatever we can from here, but it's those men out in the middle who's got to see India through.
Oh, he caught it! He caught it! That's off the chart! My goodness me, we've seen a catch there. And given the moment, it's one of the great catches.
Absolutely, you've seen some brilliant ones in this competition. Ben Stokes at the start at the Oval. But how big and how important is this in a World Cup semi-final? Just have a look at it. It can't get better. One-handed. It's on its wrong side, you can say, because he's a right-arm bowler. But wow, New Zealand. Come the pressure, come the big match. You've been at your best. Out for 6, 24 for 4.
Oh, pasta, chaat या कचौड़ियाँ please. खाने के बाद डब्बा green tea please. Available in 8 flavors. Colgate Max Fresh सनसनाते cooling crystals के साथ ताजगी का धमाका.
मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए. Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color. Olivia, शुक्रिया.
Tropicana, goodness of best fruits, now in Pakistan.
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प. तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो. प्रिंस आउट.
Homage DC Inverter AC. वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा. Homage, contribute to good living.
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत.
Come home to Minha.
ओवल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
डेवो की 100% मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी. ना देखभाल की जरूरत, ना ही कोई फिक्र. डेवो बैटरी.
Homage DC Inverter AC. वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा. Homage.
Ball bounding in. It is knife-edge cricket.
Yeah, they're good friends. Trent Boult and Rishabh Pant. 3rd wicket for Matt Henry. It's not Matt Henry's wicket, it's Jimmy Neesham's. Tremendous. He'll have 1 wicket in his bowling column before he started to bowl. And how good is that?
Perhaps it's meant to be.
MS Dhoni. It's inexplicable, as they say. That's the wicket of Dinesh Karthik. On the up, a tentative push. Just wow, you rewind it and keep seeing it again and again. You will not see a better one under pressure in a big game. Tremendous stuff from Matt Henry, tremendous stuff from New Zealand. Terrific captaincy from Kane Williamson. Failed it, the intensity.
Just wondering about Jimmy Neesham's strong side. Right arm bowler, right arm thrower, left hand batsman. So the power in his batting, bottom hand, is the left hand, and yet the dominant hand is his right hand, you'd say, but he's caught a great left-handed catch low there. The athleticism in that, the ball sense. Very good body shape too as he moves for the ball. Head's in a great spot. Yes, go for it.
MS Dhoni, 10,500 runs, more than that, average 50, and he's not in yet when India is under pressure. That's not acceptable. I know he's a good finisher, but it's a long way from being finished. India needed all his experience, all his ability, and if it at any stage you needed to be up there batting, it was this one. 3 down for 25, 4 down for 25, and you needed your most experienced batsman at the crease.
Well, this is an electric power play package. Confidence from the flag wavers. Deep concern with the early exit of the master batsman of the tournament. Even deeper concern with that raised finger. With a nervous feel for the ball from KL Rahul. Splendid response from Rishabh Pant. Looks very together. And then a moment to savour. Feel very privileged to be here.
What a gutsy decision from Richard Dillonworth at Virat Kohli dismissal. It was umpire's call at the end, which saw Virat Kohli walk to the pavilion. Yes, one team's winning this phase. The first 10 overs, and that's New Zealand. He gave it out. It was reviewed, and it depended on the umpire's call. Tremendous stuff.
4. A couple of little mistakes from Trent Bolt, the wide down the leg side, and then the easy leg glance. 30 for 4 now.
Biz popping, got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Tell the ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we loving. Pepsi, we love, can't get enough. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi.
Homage DC Inverter AC. वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा. Homage. Attribute to good living. Save with Bank Alpha Kifaयत savings account. Bank Alpha, the way forward.
मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए. Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color. Olivia, शुक्रिया.
My style, my signature. Crown Extreme Series.
ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में जाने का मौका पाओ.
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए. डेवू बैटरी.
Just for men for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color. सिर्फ 5 मिनट में. iBase International.
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
Amreli Steele's in the field here. With a guy at short point, and to his right, an orthodox fielder just behind point. I say orthodox, what we used to call 45 degrees, but he's not really. His angle is much squarer than that. So both of them there for Rishabh Pant's ability to drive off front and back foot to cut. And Henry using this angle across Pant. This is good little innings. Has to be a lot more than this, of course, but from little acorns, there's my hope.
from here. Rishabh Pant. India has to go anywhere. It has to be on the shoulders of this man all the time with the short ball. See the control. He hit a few deliveries off the front foot through covers. The moment it's banged in short, he's got all the time. He's special. And hope he does something special today.
Ravi's saying you really shouldn't eat your bat.
Brilliant. Desperation. Oh, great stuff. Tremendous work by Mitchell Santner at covers. What a game it's going on. Tremendous bowling, terrific fielding. Hell of a competition. That's how good he is. See the stride forward. See the balance. Tremendous work by Santner. On the left side. And Rishabh Pant dives at the end. That's his only weakness, Mark. His running between the wickets. You see him scampering.
I see what you mean. Lovely line, that awkward corridor, channel, whatever you want to call it. Batsmen are not sure whether to play or leave alone.
He'll be nervous too. Yeah, you can hear him in the commentary box. He was talking about the game. He's so passionate about India. How good is that delivery?
Yeah, it's just that lovely late outswing.
He's been exceptional, Matt Henry. Come the pressure, come the big game. What a spell he's bowled for New Zealand. 4 for 35 after 12.
फॉग का छोटा मोबाइल बैग जब भी चाहो परफ्यूम से दिल चुरा लो।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत। तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसे तो फिक्र कैसे।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में कोई फर्क नहीं। तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
मोबाइल सुप्रीम में सवाल कीजिए, घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
उमेज DC इन्वर्टर AC वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा। उमेज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग।
डेवू की 100% मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी, ना देखभाल की जरूरत, ना ही
Free in the cover ring. And dropped. How cricket can chew on a man and spit him out. My goodness. Hero 1 minute.
Very rightly said, Mark. Hero 1 minute and a blinder and then an easy one. Easy by his standards. Is it Rishabh Pant's day? What a blinder he took a couple of overs ago. But in and out this time. It's a great leveler, this game. One slip, one gully, 2 men on the offside. Very strong onside field for Hardik Pandya. Very good intensity. This will keep this innings going. Drop and run.
He's coming quite fast at the ball there, and I think the two forces meet and surprised him how well it was timed, and oh gosh. Isha's just pointed out that Lockie Ferguson has taken a wicket with during his first over 3 times in the tournament. There's now 3 balls left for him to achieve that again. moment having gone off the first ball.
He's come out different in this World Cup. Lockie Ferguson saw him a bit in the T20 format a couple of months ago. Was looking to bowl short, trying to hit the deck hard and went for plenty. But has had a good World Cup so far, and that's because he's the difference in length he has bowled. 17 wickets so far, best 4 for 37 in the economy, under 5. He's a much better length. He's sharp, he can hit the deck hard. Yeah, very good stuff. It's never easy coming out of an injury. There were talks about his hamstring. He said it was a bit tight in the game against England, a bit of a break after that. And boy, he's bowling in a very important situation in this game. A wicket here will make it even more difficult for India, especially the wicket of Pant.
It was the two senior players, the vastly experienced New Zealand batsmen Kane Williamson and Ross Taylor, who dragged their side to a target that the bowlers could potentially defend. We said this morning that the nature and magnitude of Williamson's innings would be better understood later today. Well, we're already understanding it. So too that of Ross Taylor. 13 gone and it's 37 for 4.
No. वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल और हमारी शादी एक दिन नहीं हो सकती. प्लीज.
Okay. I'll call Papa.
क्या पार्टनरशिप है?
6 रन.
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ.
देवू की 100% मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी. ना देखभाल की जरूरत, ना ही कोई फिक्र. देवू बैटरी.
What we call wide. How fascinatingly this game is played out. If there's any one of you said you saw it coming, you're lying. New Zealand have been magnificent all over. The ball has swung a little bit. And they've just shown how good they can be in these conditions. India's thrown into a situation they hadn't experienced before. Now the pressure on the others. Not Rohit, not Virat, not Rahul, but somebody else. Good afternoon, Isha.
Good afternoon, Harsha. Well, what have we got on our hands here? New Zealand playing in their 8th semi-final. Eventually made it through to a final in the last World Cup to face Australia at the MCG. They're looking on course to do it again. Unless either of these two can go on and win the game for their side.
Right, then India at the World Cup, 6 semi-final appearances. The last one was Sydney. India were unbeaten going into that semi-final at the World Cup of 2015. Australia won that. Now top of the table here. Shot. Fielder gets a hand, but there's enough on the ball to take it for 4. You will play like that, Hardik Pandya.
They both have a cavalier approach to batting when it comes to one-day cricket, but they're having to be way more circumspect, picking the right ball. Lovely balance and timing, gets that high elbow up. Fielding has been very good for New Zealand today. Until a drop catch, and this.
One of the issues with MS Dhoni is over the years he's provided calm in turbulent times. When the going's been tough, Dhoni just goes out there and you say, right, Dhoni will calm things down. I wonder if he's injured. I wonder if there's a hand injury. There's got to be a reason. He certainly looked inconvenienced while he was keeping, so I wonder if that's a reason. clouds are not just figurative, they're looming over India at the World Cup at the moment.
And India have so much time here, required rate of 5.47. It's just the wickets column that's the problem. These two have been in many situations before in one-day cricket, domestic cricket. It's only the nature of international cricket which means that they have to play with such positive aggression.
5 came off the over. It's 42 for 4 after 14.
Save with Bank Alpha किफायत savings account.
11% तक का बेहतरीन रिटर्न ऑन सेविंग्स, हर माह मुनाफा, डेबिट कार्ड, चेकबुक, अल्फा और ऑबिट्स, इसके अलावा ढेरों फायदे। बैंक अल्फा किफायत सेविंग्स अकाउंट।
Bank Alpha, the way forward.
मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए।
Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color. Olivia, शुक्रिया।
घबराना नहीं है, इस बजट में हम बात कर रहे हैं साल की सबसे बड़ी स्कीम। नेस्ले नेस्ले उठा के 2 खाली बैग्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त ऑफर।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में कोई फर्क नहीं। तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
इंटॉक्स छोड़ेगा नहीं, मारेगा चुन चुन के। माय स्टाइल, माय सिग्नेचर। क्रोन एक्सट्रीम सीरीज।
He's had a wonderful World Cup, has Lockie Ferguson bowling behind the new ball. Let's ask him on his approach to bowling.
Obviously, we don't go out to hurt anyone beyond the game itself, but of course, intimidation is a big part of it, and if I can buy a split second of hesitation from a batter, then that might get us the wicket, and then that might lead to us getting the win. So, of course, it's definitely part of my game and how I like to play cricket.
It's a 60s movie star moustache, isn't it? Good bowler. It's so good for New Zealand in this campaign.
Wouldn't know, Harsha. I wasn't around then.
Is there a message there for me? It's probably the quickest. Trent Bolt, Matt Henry, both movers of the ball at a good pace. He's the quickest because he's also the shortest.
The Bolt generally gets a lot more shape. He wants to pitch the ball up to the right-hander, get that ball moving back into the right-hander. Lockie Ferguson, back of the length, short stuff. He's been rapid in this tournament. Picked up the most wickets and overs, 10 to 40 with 12.
New Zealand did very well while the ball was moving. The wide ball swings. It's like a flower that only flowers briefly and dies. The new ball says, I'm a white kookaburra. I only swing that much. And New Zealand took full advantage of that to their credit. 3 for 23. Started the tournament well, then suddenly suffered a blip. Had a season in England last year, took, 75 wickets at an average of 15? This is Ferguson.
Yeah, he was great playing for Kent, not just in the Championship, but the Royal London as well, domestic cricket. He's good at the top and at the death. I just think he's gone back to basics, just hit the right line. Doesn't get as much movement as Trent Bolt, but making the batsman play, that is the key to these wickets.
3 wickets with 2.5, half Tunisia.
There was a game he played at Edgbaston against South Africa, and I just felt he was a little bit too wide in his opening spell and didn't make the batters play enough. Here he does. Most wickets for New Zealand in this tournament. Lockie Ferguson has been outstanding. And yes, he does bowl back of a length and the short stuff, but he's also very smart with it. There was a delivery to Faf du Plessis where he set him up with the short ball, then bowled the Yorker, and it was the perfect execution. He's been smart with it.
It's finally the number in the last column that matters, and he's got 17 there. It's 43 for 4 after 15. And the umpires say it's time for drinks.
This drinks break is brought to you by OLX. Sell it, search it, buy it.
Hi.
आएगा 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 आएगा
डैंड्रफ वापस आ गया तो शैम्पू बदलो। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स करे डैंड्रफ के जर्म्स पे असर। 100% तक डैंड्रफ मिटाए और लौटने से रोके। कंधे से बोझ हटा दे। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स।
कोलगेट मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
तो हो पास्ता, चाट या कचौड़ियाँ प्लीज। खाने के बाद डब्बाल ग्रीन टी प्लीज। Available in 8 flavors.
मैं हूँ मुफ्ता मैन और मेरी सुपर पावर है मुफ्ते मारना।
मुफ्ता तो मैंने भी मार लिया।
कैसे?
मुझे भी तो बताओ।
नेस्ले नेस्फ्रूटा के 2 खाली बैग्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त पाया।
आप सफेद बालों से हैं परेशान? तो जस्ट फॉर मेन ही छुड़ाए जान। सिर्फ 5 मिनट में बी द बेटर मैन यू आर एंड लुक द पार्ट।
iBase International.
मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए।
Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color.
ओलिविया शुक्रिया।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में कोई फर्क नहीं। तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दे?
एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
यार फॉगी क्यों जब दूसरे पे डिस्काउंट है? सस्ता है यार।
मेरे लिए तो फॉगी बेस्ट है।
क्यों?
एक तो फॉग का परफ्यूम अच्छा है,
अच्छा
दमदार है
और
लंबे समय तक चलता है। और क्या चाहिए? दीपिका।
दीपिका
बिना गैस वाला फॉग।
फॉग है तो
और क्या चाहिए?
All new Nescafe Chilled Latte. It all starts with a Nescafe. Golden Pearl Whitening Soap. Normal oily और dry skin के लिए Golden Pearl Whitening Soap. हुस्न के जैसे सच्चे मोती।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
Biz poppin', got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rock. Hella ice cold, taste so bold. Feeling living, shiver, giving, winning when we loving. Pepsi, we love, can't get enough. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi.
जलजलों से हिफाजत के लिए मुगल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है। खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में जाने का मौका पाओ।
Come home to Minha.
अमरेली स्टील्स के सरिये की लचक इमारत को देती है जलजले सहने की सलाहियत।
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मुकाबला इंडिया से, इंडिया का मुकाबला इंग्लैंड से, पर इस ऑफर का कोई मुकाबला नहीं। नेस्ले नेस्फ्रूटा के 2 खाली पैक्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त पाएं।
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy up the natural looking color. सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
iBase International.
He's gulped a lot of hair already. Must be angry. Colin de Brandon. Tell you what I've enjoyed the most about this World Cup, Misha. We saw all the scores from England versus Australia last year. We looked at average scores in one-day games in England and said, right, 350 World Cup. It's just going to be one long T20 game. Instead, what we've seen is one wonderfully balanced short test match. We've seen the ebbs and flows. Bowlers have had their moments. There have been slip catchers around. You've had to hang in there, eke out your runs. You don't just go in there and arrogantly, full of disdain, knock all the bowlers about. You've had to respect the bowlers. This World Cup's been a short test match, not a long T20.
And it's almost a test match mentality now for these two batsmen. That controlled aggression. More good work in the field. Martin Guptill hasn't had a great tournament with the bat. But he can contribute now in the field. Body on the line, he saves 3.
No doubt at all, he saved 3 there. Brilliant. Oh, sometimes I wonder how it would look if he just paused at the moment the ball meets hands, parallel to the ground. A tall man, Captain. There's adrenaline flowing. There's a place in the final. Just looking up there at them, saying, maybe we can.
But just going back to their approach from Pandya and Pant, they almost have to think, as I mentioned, back to basics. Martin Guptill, run saved in the inner ring. He's plus 39. Incredible stuff. But leaving that ball outside the off stump, Hardik Pandya. Rishabh Pant, anything outside the off stump is looking to play. But it's also been quite measured and calculated.
1-2. This is a gentle, symbolic passing of the baton in Indian cricket. Going is tough. India's man for the tough situations, isn't it? There's 2 youngsters in there. Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya. It's an opportunity of a lifetime for them.
47 for 4.
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ.
Tropicana, goodness of best fruits, now in Pakistan. More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
Homage DC Inverter AC. दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा. Homage. Contribute to good living.
बच्चों, वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो. Prince out.
We'll just clear the field. Not in control of the shot. It's a little moment of luck going his way.
This is a danger of Lockie Ferguson. Bowls with a lot of pace. He's quick onto him, Hardik Pandya. But every now and then you need a bit of luck, Harsha.
146.4 is quick. Hardik Pandya is a compulsive player of that shot. You bowl it at that length, he'll take you on. He wasn't in control. Just wonder if he was a little late on him.
And that's why it's such a good ball to bowl, especially at that pace. It becomes all instinct then for a batsman. Right throughout his spells, he's had 2 men back in the deep on the leg side, Lockie Ferguson. He likes to set batsmen up.
I wonder with all the new gadgets that we have, Isha, whether we can have one gadget that tells you what the batsman's thinking at the moment. Is he thinking, why am I in this situation? Or is he thinking, wow, this is what you play for, this is when you become a hero?
When it comes to Rishabh Pant, I think it's the latter, Harsha. Same for Hardik Pandya. These 2 thrive on pressure situations. As you mentioned, 2 youngsters at the crease. Still got so much time left in their careers. But Rishabh Pant, playing in his first World Cup, as I mentioned, not even part of the squad at the start of it. To enjoy that time out in the middle, as he will. He'll play with a smile on his face. He'll give the bowlers respect, but he'll also back himself, and that's the confidence of youth coming through India at the moment.
He's got to believe, Isha, Rishabh Pant, he's got to believe that people spend a lifetime and don't get an opportunity like this, and he's got it at 21. At 21, I've got an opportunity to show how good I can be in a situation like this. He's got to be thinking like that. Standout features this ground is the length of the boundaries. It's good to see. Sometimes you play cricket matches on Mickey Mouse boundaries just around the corner, 58, 59 meters. We've had some of those, one at Lord's, a couple at Birmingham. Wasn't right for a big World Cup game. This is how it should be. Bars in the air briefly. Saurav Ganguly's here.
Harsha, India had lost 4 wickets so far in the power play right throughout this competition, and most of them have been through full-length deliveries. These are the previous games where the ball pitched up has troubled the Indian batsmen. And you look at the pitch map, the New Zealand bowlers today, a lot of deliveries pitched up to the batsman. That's what you expected to someone like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and KL Rahul. That's the dismissal of Rohit Sharma. What a delivery. It just held its line. For me, this was the best setup in the World Cup so far from Kane Williamson. So New Zealand have done their homework and have really put India under pressure. 50 for 4 at this stage.
It's a nicely balanced attack. India though, 50 up. Virat Kohli, he can't control anything now. There'll be butterflies in his stomach. Can these two get them over the line? MS Dhoni to come, of course, for India, playing in his 350th game. They'll receive support from all the fans that have stayed overnight and have had to find hotels in the north of England to come back again today. They'll be disappointed with the start that India have made, but some hope in the middle.
India may or may not make the finals, but India's fans have been unbelievable at this tournament. That over, India hanging in there. 51 for 4 from 17.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मुकाबला इंडिया से, इंडिया का मुकाबला इंग्लैंड से, पर इस ऑफर का कोई मुकाबला नहीं। लेस्ले ने फ्रूटा के 2 खाली पैक्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त पाएं।
ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड जाने का मौका पाओ।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ। खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी, डेवू की तरफ नॉकआउट प्लेज आउट।
I wonder where Brendan McCullum is at the moment. He tweeted last night, 250 in a bilateral series, and it's not enough. In a semi-final, it's definitely enough.
I've heard it said that the very finest athletes in the world, the finest players, play the big finals but pretend it's another day. They know it's a big day, but they pretend it's another day. And I wonder if it's that kind of attitude at a knockout semi-final. I know it's survival. I know I waited 4 years to play this game, to get into the final, maybe win the final. But you know what? I'll play like it's another day. Runs for Hardik Pandya, might be 2 at least.
Yeah, well run. I actually think that's very hard to do, Harsha. You've almost got to embrace the moment. You know it's a big game. You know it's a semi-final, and if you lose, you're out. So you've almost got to embrace those nerves and almost recognise that that's what you are going to feel on the day. If you suddenly say to yourself it's another game and you have to relax, then sometimes that can tense you up even more. But people deal with things in different ways. At the moment, India are in a situation where there's no other option but to fight back. Their backs are against the wall, and every run is being cheered.
Yes, Lord Krishna and his flute. Not quite looking like Lord Krishna, but playing the flute nonetheless.
You just need some butter next to him.
Ishatara. It's a good partnership this so far. 32, they're trying to stitch together a partnership. 2 young men with the future.
Some serious Kiwi faces because they know this game's not done yet. They've got some key men out. Some good bowling, some blinding catches. They've got to be ruthless as ever. And this was an absolute stunner. That's what you wanted to see, Harsha?
Brilliant. Just to see it right below our eyes happening in real time. Wow. Then just to see the disbelief on Dinesh Karthik's face as if to say, what happened there?
It's the low centre of gravity, the anticipation. I actually think he went in the wrong direction initially. But the legs and the power in the legs allowed him to dive to the left. Watched it all the way.
And if you're a bowler, as you know well, Isha, someone takes a catch like that, if you're bowling, you've got a friend for life. Then, of course, just to put things in perspective, he puts one down. So not a bad over, this one of Colin de Grandon from an Indian point of view. 9 runs came off it. Starting to stitch together a partnership, 60 for 4.
मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी ना देखभाल की जरूरत ना ही कोई फिक्र डेवू बैटरी
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी
Homage DC inverter AC. दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा. Homage, attribute to good living.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy of the natural looking color. सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
Golden Pearl Face Wash Cleansing System for fresh and beautiful skin.
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत.
Homage DC inverter AC. दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा. Homage, attribute to good living.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy of the natural looking color. सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
100% तहफ़्फ़ुज़ की ज़मानत के साथ फास्ट केबल्स नजर आए.
ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में जाने का मौका पाओ.
3 overs for 7 for Ferguson. Good ball. Tell you that's some pace. Can you see it? There's a smile, but it wasn't really a smile. It was a smile that said, I got you in, and the sheepish smile said, yes, you almost did for the batsman.
His pace and his lift. Perfect length as well, draws him into the stroke. Yeah, physio's important for physical injuries, but also mentally as well. A lot of players will go to physios just to relieve some tension, be honest with them about how they're feeling. And what a shot this is. Excellent work on the boundary.
And he's fielded it really well on the boundary, but it was a shot that deserved a boundary almost. It was beautifully struck. Well in control, kept it down. It's a long boundary there. The timing was superb.
It's amazing when you feel that's coming at him at 143 kilometres an hour.
And what's Jimmy Neesham doing? What, 12, 18 months back, he was wondering if he's got a career. Now he's on fire in the field.
You've got to want it in a game like this. You've got to want it. And he absolutely has. He's waited a long time to play in a World Cup. Missed out last time out.
Yeah, lost his place to Grant Elliott, didn't he? And Grant Elliott played the shot that took New Zealand into the final. That's right, this game isn't over. It's tilted towards New Zealand, well tilted towards New Zealand. There's a couple of batsmen who've put on 38 runs.
Yeah, the change of angle, the full delivery, you can see where he's aiming for. There's no one out at deep mid-wicket. Go to icc.dream11.com to pick your team. This ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. Shakib Al Hassan way in front. Runs, wickets. Sharma's picked up 5 centuries in this tournament. Didn't have the best of days today. David Warner and Stark be in action tomorrow at Edgbaston.
A lot of talk about who India's number 4 should be. There's very much work in progress at this stage. This game's got a long, long way to go. But there's something about his approach to this number that suggests Rishabh Pant could be making a case for himself for longer. I don't know how many he's going to score today, but he's looked like he's comfortable playing where he is. Two for the over, 62 for 4 after 9.
Save with Bank Alpha किफायत savings account. 11% तक का बेहतरीन रिटर्न ऑन सेविंग्स. हर माह मुनाफा. डेबिट कार्ड, चेकबुक, अल्फा और ऑबिट्स. इसके अलावा ढेरों फायदे. बैंक अल्फा किफायत सेविंग्स अकाउंट. बैंक अल्फा, the way forward.
सबके यूपीएस बैठ गए, इनका यूपीएस अभी तक चल रहा है.
यही तो फर्क है ट्रक वाली बैटरी और खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी में. ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए. डेवू बैटरी.
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
जल्जला से हिफाजत के लिए मोबाइल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी. ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए. डेवू बैटरी.
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत.
Bowls at sort of lively medium pace. You wouldn't call him fast medium. He's an adventurer. Chases wickets. Believes in all the possibilities of the game. Unusual character with myriad interests. What New Zealand would give for just one more little bit of magic here as Hardik Pandya digs in with Rishabh Pant. Digging in with me is Sanjay Manjrekar.
What a turnaround, and a lot of Indian fans would be watching this, shocked, praying at the same time. Interesting to see New Zealand have not looked to take the pace of the ball. So it's a slightly different pitch today, where the seam-up deliveries are working for the New Zealand seamers. Jimmy Neesham could be one of those bowlers who might just take the pace off. India was all about taking the pace off.
Well, I suppose the answer is that once needs to hurry. If it had been a really good throw, I think there'd have been a problem there, but Lockie Ferguson had a bit to do, a longish boundary.
He's taken a long follow-through, Hardik Pandya. There's a reason for this. Let's watch the sprint. He trusts his sprint in this one. You're right, Mark. Better throw. That was a loopy throw. Should have come on the bound. But Hardik Pandya just carries on with his running. It's a long follow-through. Let's not forget he had that groin strain or a groin niggle while he was bowling. And after he finished that run, he's taken time off. He's done a little bit of massage to that area and has come back to take strike. So this is a guy who went off the field because of a niggle in his groin. He completed his 10, and here he's sprinting, runs.
Yeah, we saw a little break in play a moment ago when he took a tablet. The physio, Paddy Farhad, came out and they sort of ummed and then he took the tablet. Whether that's anything to do with the groin strain, whether there's a painkiller that he's allowed to take, or whether it's something unrelated, we don't know. Mohammed Shami sitting with Paddy. Paddy, one of the great guys around this game and a highly rated physio. This is yesterday, and the problem with the adductor there, that sort of groin area, that meant Pandya left the field for a while yesterday. And we were all talking about the bowlers that would have to make up his overs. In fact, he came back and did the job himself, and very well too. It didn't take anything out of him, it seemed. He bounded in, hit the pitch very hard, mixed his paces up, and bowls that slower ball bouncer and back of the length ball especially well.
Very clear to hear what he's saying, Hardik Pandya. Saying just 175 to get. We'll get it quite easy, lots of time left. That's a wide. So the youngsters communicating, this is the kind of comfort levels, I guess, that they have with each other. I'm not sure he'll be saying that to Dhoni, but he can say that to Pant. So,
well, there's a lot to be said, isn't there, for the youth coming together with the rally cry. Youth tends not to see fear. Only options. Four more. Just a little switch, isn't there, with the way the Indian supporters are responding with his batting. 20 gone, 70 for 4.
सबके यूपीएस बैठ गए, इनका यूपीएस अभी तक चल रहा है।
यही तो फर्क है ट्रक वाली बैटरी और खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करना डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी में ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए।
Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color। Olivia, शुक्रिया।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में कोई फर्क नहीं। तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
होमेज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी, वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा।
होमेज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग। अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
बच्चों, वेबसाइट पर रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
मुगल सुप्रीम में सवाल कीजिए, घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
होमेज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी, वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा।
होमेज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग। अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करना डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
होमेज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी, वे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा।
होमेज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग।
a past score at this stage, with 20 overs gone now, it constitutes a completed match. Weather comes in. Past score 110 at this stage, so New Zealand clearly ahead. Lots of Indian fans watching, and that's been the talk when they saw Hardik Pandya walk in before Mahendra Singh Dhoni, as to why that would be the case. The only thing I can do is get into Virat Kohli's head. I've watched him over the years as player, captain. Bit of turn there for Santa, and my reading is that Virat Kohli is all about attack. When in a tight spot, if he's given a choice between attack and defense, he'll always choose attack. And I guess that's why he's backed Hardik Pandya and Rishabh Pant to go out there and play the natural flair-induced cricket. Dhoni has just stayed back. Dhoni would have taken the defensive approach, which would be quite sensible in this kind of a situation, but this is Virat Kohli's score. This is how he thinks. When in trouble, attack. In this case, counter-attack.
Only a hint of spin, certainly nothing ripping as it did yesterday. That's more that Mitchell Santner's a roller of the ball. Really wrap his fingers around it and get revs on it in the way that, certainly not in the way that Chahal does. So Jadeja has improved as a left-arm spinner, had all recognition from those early days. It's a tidy over, but not a threatening over for Santner. 70 for 4.
बिरयानी, बर्गर या चाइनीज, खाने के बाद डब्बा ग्रीन टी प्लीज।
Available in 8 flavors.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मुकाबला इंडिया से, इंडिया का मुकाबला इंग्लैंड से, पर इस ऑफर का कोई मुकाबला नहीं. नेस्ले नेस्टूटा के 2 खाली पैक्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त पाएं.
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए. डेवू बैटरी.
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में जाने का मौका पाओ.
Yeah, you can see him taking his time off. Rishabh Pant just walking away, taking his gloves off. Hardik Pandya will offer consultancy services. Just wonder whether he's going after this bowler because he's, well, theoretically or on paper the weaker link amongst the seam bowlers, so maybe just thinking differently with Nisham.
Simon Dool is with us.
Well, we often talk in commentary about the two-paced nature of pitches. What does that actually mean? Just for you at home, just trying to explain a little bit here. 135 kilometres per hour, 2 deliveries from Matt Henry. First one defensive, second one just the wicket ball to dismiss Dinesh Karthik. This is how he played them, slightly more through the shot. Same area, same pace, 135 Ks, slight different nature of the ball coming off the surface a little bit slower, two-paced.
Spot that Simon Dool, and again Rishabh Pant, you can see, has made that adjustment. He's just playing that ball late. You mentioned 2 pace, couple of balls back beaten outside the off stump. This one just letting the ball come to him, so he's just sort of gathered his thoughts. Murali Karthik there on the left, Waqar Yunus with him.
Nobody expected quite such a firecracker start, and if it was to come, I guess we figured it would come with the bat from Rohit Sharma, not the edge of the bat. After Sharma had gone, so too Virat Kohli. That did quieten the crowd. Kohli furious, the ball proved to just clip the top of the bails. KL Rahul feeling for the ball outside of stump, and Dinesh Karthik with that ball didn't just quite get to him, as Simon Dool explained. Brilliant catch from Jimmy Neesham. Superb cricket from New Zealand. Make life so uncomfortable here for India to turn this into a mind game, a huge mind game. Do Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya, the young men, then the older hands, Dhoni, Jadeja, Bhuvi, do they have the wherewithal to get India home here? Another 169 runs required from exactly 169 balls.
Just to remind viewers that Rishabh Pant is not just a T20 slogger, as Gary Steyn, New Zealand head coach. He's got a couple of test hundreds as well, so he can bat for time. 71 for 4.
This poppin', got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rock. Hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living shiver, giving, winning when we loving. Pepsi, we love, can't get enough. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi.
देवू की 100% मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी, ना देखभाल की जरूरत, ना ही कोई फिक्र.
डेवू बैटरी.
हो बिरयानी, बर्गर या चाइनीज, खाने के बाद डब्बाल ग्रीन टी प्लीज.
Available in 8 flavors.
Homage DC inverter AC. दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा.
Homage, attribute to good living.
मोबाइल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
The kids with you, and they just love it. A hint of experience here too. Right, can Mitchell Santner get this right? You're going to have to bowl, I think, quite wide of off stump to Rishabh Pant. From round the wicket, he's got to get it out there into that rough. The bowler's footmarks.
It was interesting actually watching Jadeja bowl yesterday, bowled his 10 overs. And around the third or fourth over, this time the ball just going with the arm. We saw the ball turn dramatically off the pitch, bounce as well. Which took a lot of us by surprise. We thought this pitch would be a belter. You can see the excess spin yesterday. Look at that turn again, the angle. And this is Jadeja who bowls quick Chahal as well in the 90s. And I was thinking maybe this pitch is a rank turner, the kind that we had at Leeds when India played Sri Lanka. But then we looked at most balls bowled by the spinners yesterday, a total of about 120, and not all turned as much, just a few. On a rank turner, virtually every ball turned. So it was a strange kind of surface yesterday. Some balls turned dramatically.
Yes,
Rest you can see are just coming straight with the arm.
Yeah, well, Santner doesn't drive his body in the same way as spinners who get more purchase do. He's really an arm bowler, not a great user of his right side in that bowling action. Oh, he's got a wicket. Accuracy, patience, and in the end, Pant simply couldn't resist.
That's it, simply couldn't resist. Such a temptation for a batsman like him. He's left-handed, there's a left-arm spinner bowling, but this is a bowler who doesn't turn the ball, so you don't get that advantage of lofting with the angle, with the turn. It's almost like trying to loft him against the angle. There you see, against the angle, and this is not it, Baston. The boundary's aimed short. Colin de Grandhomme takes a safe catch well inside the boundary rope. Rishabh Pant's gone. He's gone for 32 or 56. 71 of 5.
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प। तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी, तो फिक्र कैसे।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में कोई फर्क नहीं। तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
Nescafe Chilled Latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प। तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
होमेज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा।
Homage, attribute to good living. Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
IBA's International Bulls.
Years and 3 days of age. The man who hit the shot that was heard around the world, won the World Cup of 2011.
Pizza with cheese. खाने के बाद डबल green tea, please. Available in 8 flavors.
just for men for hair and beard. By
32 from 56 balls.
Yeah, let's have a look at that shot again from Rishabh Pant. Santner, not a big turner of the ball. You see the way he releases the ball. It's meant to go away from the left-hander. Can you fall Rishabh Pant? This is the way he plays. This is why he's in the team as the wild card. Maybe he'll just think about the execution more than the intention in that shot. Virat Kohli just walked off after the last wicket has come out again. Is he thinking of some kind of change of batting order or some kind of message to go out? He's taken some interesting decisions, India, since that is lost to England. Dinesh Karthik came back into the batting side. Kedar Jadhav left out. They got Jadeja into the play to just give a little more depth to the batting today. They had Rishabh Pant batting out at number 4. And not so much Dhoni. Dinesh Karthik coming before Dhoni. Then clearly you can see a bit rattled at the moment. Captain and just having a little chat.
Well, I suppose it's possible he just needed somewhere to vent his frustration, and it's hard to do that in the dressing room around the younger guys. You can really give anything to the coach, the old hand, Ravi, that you want, but it might have been as simple as that. I mean, there's no obvious tactical move to discuss with him now. The lower order is set and won't be tinkered with. I don't think Jadeja will come in after Dhoni.
It's not so much the wicket ball, it's the preamble so often. Just watch Mitchell Santner here, so smart with his bowling, very close with his first ball, second ball as well, very close. So Rishabh Pant is thinking, wow, that's a good line to go over mid-wicket for a 6. And he picks the wrong one, the widest of the lot, and has gone away from him as he's looked to play the lofted shot on the leg side. So smart, subtle variation from Mitchell Santner. It's a good cricketer, period. Always handy with the bat. And getting that crucial wicket at the time of Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, I thought you made a very good point about the lack of spin, and I'd mentioned about getting the ball outside off stump, because he had to, the wider he has to fetch it from, the harder it is to be pinpoint accurate with the stroke. But the fact that it doesn't spin, that it just carries on its line across Pant, means he's not hitting with any spin, and therefore he hits it a little straighter than perhaps he wanted to. Anyway, it's all done now, and it's over to Dhoni. Enormous expectation on a 38-year-old. Batting with a 25-year-old. Two remarkable cricket talents in an Indian shirt up against it, against New Zealand in the semi-final.
No. World Cup का final. और हमारी शादी एक दिन नहीं हो सकती, प्लीज.
Okay, I'll call Papa.
क्या पार्टनरशिप है?
6 runs.
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ.
just for men for hair and beard. By अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में. By Bays International.
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
डेवो की 100% मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी, ना देखभाल की जरूरत, ना ही कोई फिक्र.
डेवो बैटरी. मोबाइल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
India bowled well, there's no doubt about it. 239 even on this page. The score that India would have fancied at the moment. 75 for 5, but there's some batting to come. And Mark, you just mentioned Dhoni with all the expectations, and I must confess I feel sorry for him. Because this is Dhoni, not in his prime. And once again, it's come down to him and the expectations of billions of fans around the world pinned on Dhoni. Got to feel for him. I just feel the onus winning games now of such kinds should be more on the younger players, the people in their prime. Rohit Sharma has done his job, Virat Kohli as well. So I'll go back to people like Lokesh Rahul, Dinesh Karthik, Rishabh Pant is a young man. He had a chance. Look at him. He's been around forever. This is the time when he should be amongst other players, enjoying team success more than coming out in another international game where all the hopes are resting on him. So slightly disappointed with India's batting performance today. The bowlers are doing superbly. Batting has let them down at a crucial stage.
It's a staggering record, that, isn't it? 10,700 runs at an average of 50. He's a wicket-keeper.
And what you'll see, Mark, is a difference in how Hardik Pandya bats as well. He bats differently with different players. With Rishabh Pant, he has the confidence of having a chat and have his own approach. With Dhoni out there, might see his approach getting a little influenced by his presence. I'm not going to read too much into this.
But in what way, Sanjay? Because, I mean, he's 25 off 46, so he hasn't, he hasn't chased the game at all.
Yeah, there was a match earlier when Pandya was playing freely, and then Dhoni came and had a couple of chats with him, and he toned down.
That was the England run chase, wasn't it, at Edgbaston?
So just his presence will get him to play a little more with restraint, because that is Dhoni's style. Take the game till the end.
एक मैच देखने के लिए इतनी दूर वर्ल्ड कप साथ गुस्सा जल्दी आ जाता है बुढ़ा हो गया ना बुढ़ा तू
बॉयज आपकी सेंचुरी पक्की है ओह 6 ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प। तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है
I should say. Something like that, anyway. We're all excited about it, that's the point.
Now this is where India will be thinking, thank God we have a little more depth in the batting. Not that I'm a big fan of diminishing your bowling to have depth in your batting, but there's Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Jadeja waiting to come in. So for people who can bat reasonably well, brilliant in the field, Jadeja, bowl economically.
Yeah, it was a long time ago that, well, seems a long time ago, it isn't a long time ago, that Jadeja had two golden moments in the field. Brilliant run out of Ross Taylor and then the catch in the deep to get rid of Mitchell Santner. He was on a hat-trick himself in the field. Those two performances came off consecutive balls. The New Zealanders were restricted to 239 for 8, 240 to win, and isn't it hard work? We're in the 26th over and the score's 79 for 5.
It also tells you how important the two major skills are, batting and bowling. He's brilliant in the field, India did well with their bowling, but at the moment when you just saw the win predictor, India really behind in the race because they haven't batted well. You can have the best fielding side in the world. It's not going to be of too much use if your main skills are going to let you down. 79 for 5. The top order is gone. India's worst fears have come true today on the biggest stage possible in the tournament so far. I keep saying there's some batting to come for India. Two out there. One with a lot of experience who will just hang in there, take the game right till the very end. Hardik Pandya on occasion might get a permit from Dhoni to go after the bowling, but he bats differently. I've seen that with Pandya when Dhoni's at the other end. He bats with a little more responsibility or restraint. The wonderful benefits of stump microphone. Dhoni took the first one, Hardik Pandya wanted the second, and Dhoni said, no, left-hander, let's just take the one. Can understand Hindi, you would have picked that up in your living room or on your mobile phones. Dhoni saying left-hander hai. Let's not go for the second. It's all about building a partnership here.
Well, we know he'll take it deep, but the rate is already now 6.7 and over. What a game, eh? 80 for 5.
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
Ibase International.
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर. महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम. और सफाई में तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें?
एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की.
Mid-Stanton, 3 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 1. Been watching Ian Smith right from the start of this World Cup. He's never sported a bigger smile.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm happy because New Zealand are fighting like I predicted that they would. I didn't, in my wildest dreams, expect them to have that start. But I also expect that India are far from finished as well. So I'm an old man when it comes to these. Sure, I've seen it all before. But I'm admiring some of the facial expressions of these young players who are experiencing the greatest pressure in their sporting lives.
But you expect that from New Zealand. You always expect New Zealand to put up a fight. And that's what we've seen. The results have gone their way so far. You're right, there's life in this match still. 159 needed from 142 balls. But last 6 overs, only 10.
There's some serious pressure on some bowlers here. They're young men. They haven't played World Cup semi-final. Santner and in terms of their experience, Ferguson, just back from injury. Lots of pressure on them to deliver to the bowling plan. Lots of pressure on Kane Williamson because everyone thinks now it's his game to lose. The side is in this situation. They're saying it's his game to lose. He's got his hand on this particular match.
Down.
That's far from the case when you've got MS Stoney at one end, you've got Jadeja to come, and you've got Hardik Pandya who can do anything. Nervous people.
He's done it many times for India. Does he have one more in him, MS Dhoni? That's what we'll discover as this game goes along. It's 82 for 5.
Italian या बड़ी feast. खाने के बाद डब्बाल green tea please. Available in 8 flavors.
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर. महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम. और सफाई में तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें?
एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ.
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प. तो वेबसाइट पर रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो. प्रिंस आउट.
अमरेली स्टील्स के सरिये की लचक इमारत को देती है जलजले सहने की सलाहियत.
2 for the Black Caps and this 5 for the men in blue. That's the difference. The young players we were talking about, Smith, they've risen to the occasion today. Lockie Ferguson, 5 overs for 12. Santner, 4 overs, 1 for 3.
Well, I wasn't privy to this conversation. This is 2 days before the match, but this is New Zealand in their last preparation going into this game. And this is Williamson explaining exactly where they were at. They were coming off average performances, below par performances.
And I would imagine the gist of that message is, fellas, this is the biggest moment of your life, especially you young ones. Enjoy the occasion, play well, we've got a chance. The simple Kiwi way.
There's a lot said about whether New Zealand, who were faltering at the end like a long-distance runner running out of steam, deserved to be in the semi-final. I didn't understand that at all. You got more points, you got better net run rate. You will be there. It doesn't matter if someone else has had a great run at the end or you had a great run at the beginning. It's who was past the line. I think that little time that they got after that, the point you were talking about, has allowed them to regroup. Look, for a better part of yesterday, they were not going to have enough, but the bowlers have done a magnificent job. Now Dhoni. Might just be a single.
It's actually very well played, this, because they had set a trap. They had Jimmy Neesham at a very wide leg gully, but they had cover behind as well. So Dhoni made a mistake in two ways. Either he didn't time it well enough and he got it high on the bat. Neesham was a player. If he top-edged it, he would have fine leg. Trent Bolt was a big player. But in the end, the way he played it down was pretty good.
Absolutely. Good bouncer. Very good bouncer.
Well, that one had him hopping. It was only 143.3, so it wasn't by a distance a very quick delivery by Ferguson standards, but I'm telling you, it was beautifully directed. And this had Panya hopping, literally hopping across the crease line. Thumbs up. Good one.
Was that well bowled or was that look? I found a way out of it. But good to see. Get to see another fine over from Lockie Ferguson. Just one from it. 28 gone. It's 83 for 5 India.
This poppin', got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rock. Hella ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we love it. Pepsi, can't get enough. Bold living, always loving. Pepsi, Pepsi.
सबके यूपीएस बैठ गए, इनका यूपीएस अभी तक चल रहा है।
यही तो फर्क है ट्रक वाली बैटरी और खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी में ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
कोलगेट मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड जाने का मौका पाओ।
Grim face for Rishabh Pant. If all of you back in India, Indian fans everywhere, are sitting and looking at that required run rate, 7.19, 157 from 131, well, the news for you is that the man who's batting will not even cast a glance at that.
Here's something to give you heart. Not just this fellow, but this stat. 51 times, right? 51 times. He has won the game for them, 47 of those 51. Only twice has he lost. Once has been a tie. Once the rain has affected the game. That is an amazing statistic. So if you're an Indian fan, whilst he is there and has an ally, you're a big chance.
Every Indian fan knows that stat. They're living off that stat.
I bet there's some that don't. There's a billion plus people. There's got to be one or two that don't. That's why we put it up.
The plus is getting bigger every day. But that's amazing. And that's the reason Dhoni's got this magnificent reputation, huge reputation. He's being the best finisher in the game.
Closer. They call him the closer or the finisher.
47 times in a run chase is, whenever he's been, of the times he's been not out in a run chase, 47 have been wins.
Down.
Does he have one more? I think that's what Indian fans say. Does he have one more? Can that 47 go 48? 2 of the over. 29 gone, 85 for 5.
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करदा डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
And you ask other people to do the job. There's always a scenario in run chasers. You let yourself get into a situation where you're comfortable with what you can do. But if you get out in that situation, can you expect a new player on an interesting pitch, shall we say? I think he's played better today than yesterday. To come out and get that momentum straight away.
What I will say, Smithy, 155 from 125. If India have got to get home, yes, Dhoni. But Pandya and Jadeja will have to play a huge role, big contribution. Dhoni will nudge the ball around, he'll take it very deep.
It's just the 16th run in the last 9 overs. And I keep thinking New Zealand, they'll be well aware of those Dhoni numbers. They'll be well aware of the Dhoni factor in this. They want to pick at the other end. They need to pick at the other end. If they can get Dhoni, absolute bonus. But they've got to keep picking on the bloke at the other end, asking him to play a much bigger part in the game than Dhoni.
So it's going to be like in the movies, the aging superstar comes out and does it one more time. Or will these young guns from New Zealand say, not today? 20 overs after this. There's Jadeja to come, Bhuvaneshwar to come. This is the deepest India have batted in this tournament, by the way. There were days when I think India had Shami Kuldeep batting at 8 and 9. Now you have Jadeja and Bhuvaneshwar. You don't want to go beyond that. They pick up 2, I think. Just trot across for 2. Not great timing on that, but won't bother Dhoni. Just keep knocking the ball around. As we saw this morning, 3-2 is a good shot on this ground because the big boundaries, a lot of fielders inside the circle, knock it past the field, they run 2.
And I don't think Pandya's 100% fit either. Hardik Pandya, he's had tablets. He was just holding his back at the end of that second quick run. So that won't help.
No, he's been holding his back even before that. Finds the gap to the left of the fielder, another 2, maybe 3, should be 3 it is. It's a Dhoni favourite, got a little jab off the back foot.
Well, it's a punch, isn't it, really? It's just a short arm punch. Nothing flamboyant about it, but it is trademark Dhoni. Cross seam, he's hit it on the up, not an easy shot to play.
Yeah, probably seen it 100, 200, 300 times. It's a shot that he uses a lot. He'll find the gap either side of that fielder at cover. And a single, 7 on this over, the best for a long time for India. 92 for 5 after 30.
एक मैच देखने के लिए इतनी दूर वर्ल्ड कप साथ गुस्सा जल्दी आ जाता है बुढ़ा हो गया ना बुढ़ा तू
बॉयज आपकी सेंचुरी पक्की है ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ
बच्चों मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो प्रिंस आउट
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
मैं हूँ मुफ्ता मैन,
और मेरी सुपर पावर है मुफ्ते मारना।
मुफ्ता तो मैंने भी मार लिया।
कैसे?
मुझे भी तो बताओ।
नेस्ले नेस्फूटा के 2 खाली बैग्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्ता पाएं।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
होमिज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा। होमिज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग।
This is the contest for me. This is, can Pandya resist? Can he resist Santner, who's done a magnificent job here? 1 for 5, he's in his 6th over. Can India afford to play him out? Do they rate him as that much of a danger?
Dhoni thinks the same. He's just had a word with Pandya. Is 8 the point at which he says, no, I can't go. I can't let the asking rate go too much beyond. If it goes up to 10, then it's got to be in the last 6 overs if you're still around. Right, that's up in the air. Williamson underneath it. It's not easy, but he takes it. Hardik Pandya will not want to look at MS Dhoni as he goes away. He could not resist. That's the point Ian Smith was making.
Young minds, young minds. That's why they have to get the young guy playing the game, not the old guy. Dhoni can't help while he's at the other end. He can give advice, but he can't get in the head of Pandya to the extent where he stops. We saw it with Pant, and now we've seen it with this raw young talent that Pandya is. But he just could not. He could not hold back. And in the end, Williamson, steady as you like, get those hands underneath it, son. In the pouch. 6 down, Santner is having a dream day here. And Dhoni would like to be part of it. Dhoni is just at this stage running out of help. 92 for 6.
This drinks break is brought to you by OLX. Sell it, search it, buy it.
Next.
वापस आ गया तो शैम्पू बदलो। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स करी डैंड्रफ की जर्म्स पे असर 100% तक डैंड्रफ मिटाए और लौटने से रोके। कंधे से बोझ हटा दे हेड एंड शोल्डर्स।
सेव विद बैंक अल्फा किफायत सेविंग्स अकाउंट।
11% तक का बेहतरीन रिटर्न ऑन सेविंग्स। हर माह मुनाफा। डेबिट कार्ड, चेकबुक, अल्फा और ऑबिट्स। इसके अलावा ढेरों फायदे। बैंक अल्फा किफायत सेविंग्स अकाउंट।
बैंक अल्फा द वे फॉरवर्ड।
सबके यूपीएस बैठ गए, इनका यूपीएस अभी तक चल रहा है।
यही तो फर्क है ट्रक वाली बैटरी और खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करना डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी में। ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प। तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe. मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए। Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color. Olivia, शुक्रिया।
कोलगेट मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
और सफाई में तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दे? एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसे।
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
iBase International. मोबाइल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए, घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर में।
Pictures of gloom coming from that change room, from that balcony there. Jadeja can bat. There's a mountain in front of him. India wanted those two young players, Rishabh Pant and Hardik Pandya, to build a skyscraper. They built a neat little villa, but not too much more. 32 each. Good cameo. How good has Santner been?
You don't get a very good view from villas. You get a great view from skyscrapers.
Which is what India wanted and didn't get. That's a good catch. And we've gone to town appreciating Jimmy Neesham's catch. Was a great one. But that one from Williamson wasn't the easiest either. Yes, 5 centuries. We'll hope that somebody else would take India home today.
Can I make another point? How good was Williamson's 67 yesterday and Ross Taylor's 70 now? How good were those in the context of this game?
As it turns out, yes, and that's why I keep saying this has been a miniature test match, not a big T20 game, because at that point we thought they were batting too slowly.
Maybe they knew more than us.
Maybe.
And the conditions.
They kept New Zealand alive, that's a big thing. Now 2 runs and a wicket in that Santner over, 31 gone. 94 for 6.
मोबाइल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए, घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड जाने का मौका पाओ।
Come home to Minha.
सबके यूपीएस बैठ गए, इनका यूपीएस अभी तक चल रहा है।
यही तो फर्क है ट्रक वाली बैटरी और खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करना डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी में। ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
अमरेली स्टील्स के सरिये की लचक इमारत को देती है सलसले सहने की सलाहियत।
बच्चों, वेबसाइट पर रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
In 92, and now his son's out there in 2019 with a chance to go one step further. This is good. Remember Australia? Williamson took his foot off the throat at 92 for 5. Well, he's bringing back Bolt. He's far from taking it off now. He's going. He's going at India and saying, I'll get another one. I'll expose the bowlers right down the end and say, can you help Dhoni out?
Williamson and Virat Kohli, of course, were captains facing off against each other in the semi-final of the 2008 Under-19 World Cup. Isn't it incredible how this game progresses? That's a wide. The two will be facing off against each other in the semi-final of a senior World Cup. Kohli got Williamson out on that one. Williamson's holding the aces at the moment here. Other ball was excellent. You look at Henry, 3 for 23, but ball was excellent.
I like Ross Taylor getting involved too, and Ross Taylor has just gone to Kane Williamson and said, listen, you're going to bring back Trent Bolt, get me in the slip cord and get me in there behind, because if he makes a mistake, we want to have someone there. Give him that onside to play across that angle, but I'll hop in about 4th slip. Just for that shot there, because if he doesn't get that right, Taylor's in business.
I wonder how long, at what point Dhoni says, well, I'm running out of partners here. If I've got to get these 145, I've got to start getting a move on. Does he say, look, I think I can trust Jadeja? Well, Jadeja's around, I'll keep playing my way. Or does he then say, sorry, if I lose Jadeja, I've got nothing left, I've got to make a move now? But New Zealand have shown that you take the game deep, anything can happen. Good shot, but just a single.
Well, I think he's quite sensibly realises it's him or nothing. Dhoni knows for the umpteenth time, if he doesn't win it, no one else is going to. Not from this far out. One of the reasons why is because he's not getting the help he needs. He's not getting the substance, the stickability of young players. It's been a day for Indian batsmen to forget, if they can.
The eyes are telling a story there from Hardik Pandya. 24 for 4, India, where they were rocked.
Now look at the field now, Harsha. Early in the over, they're saying to Jadeja, we're going to put it on you. You got 4 inside the circle on the offside, 2 on the onside. They're saying push for 1 if you can early in the over. Try and get Dhoni back on strike if you can. So they want to take Dhoni out of the game.
The advantage with Jadeja, though, is that he's a top-order batsman for his first-class side. He bats 4-5, so he thinks like a batsman. He's not thinking like a number 8. He's got the shots of a batsman. He's had a fabulous game so far, as Jadeja. With a ball in the field, it's a great opportunity for him to do it with a bat. It might seem very distant at this stage, but you never know when you hang in. He's a good player.
This morning, first thing, how about that? Going to have a good day, that's not a bad sign. 1 ball later, Tom Latham picks him out, but it wasn't an easy catch by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe that's the sign.
So end of the bat, but survives. 32 gone, 97 for 6.
All new Nescafe Chilled Latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
Goodness of best fruits, now in Pakistan. जलजला से हिफाजत के लिए मुगल सुप्रीम में सवाल कीजिए. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International 100% तहफ़्फ़ुज़ की ज़मानत के साथ फास्ट केबल्स नजर आए. खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए. डेवू बैटरी. जलजला से हिफाजत के लिए मुगल सुप्रीम में सवाल कीजिए. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International. More than 1 lakh Pakistanis.
Nation 4 overs for 20.
It's good. This is the squeeze. This is what New Zealand need here, the squeeze. Practice all you like in the nets, Harsha. You can have many open wickets as you like. But this kind of pressure asks a different question about you.
We talked about Chris Gale. We talked about Lasith Malinga. There's no doubt this is MS Dhoni's last World Cup. He needs to ensure it's not his last game. He's got 143 from 106 balls to ensure he's got another World Cup game in him. He's been playing for India since the 2007 World Cup. 7, won it in 11, took India through to the semi-finals in 15. It's gone past 8 now. Look at the gulf. 3 to 8.09. It's like saying inflation's 12%, I'll bring it down to 3. Got to do it in stages. Got to go up to 4-5 very soon. Right, Jadeja's gone after it. Well. Is there anything he's not going to do today?
Well, it's a right smile from Jimmy Neesham, and there's a lot of applause within the Indian camp and outside as well, because is this the trigger? Is this the signal that Jadeja believes it is his day? The 342nd six of this tournament. Could it be one that sparks India into life? It's a big hit on the charge against Jimmy Neesham.
Well, Dhoni had a word with him just before that ball. Normally Dhoni would say, let's take it to the end, but if that is Jadeja's response, maybe there's a different language being spoken. Or maybe the feeling is, look, there's a lot of good bowlers in there. Ferguson's got a long spell. Let's take what we can from here, from Neesham.
It's an interesting call, actually, from Williamson to take Santner off and not bowl him through. Because he was hot, he was accurate. Maybe he thought Jadeja was going to have a crack at Santner. He wanted to protect him. But I don't know. Santner was an interesting call to pull him.
Got runs at the bank, though. fought a few. Incredible figures. 6 overs, 2 for 7. He's got the two young guns out. They're both looking good. 32 apiece. Rishabh Pant and Hardik Pandya. We're talking about Dhoni. He's 12 or 30, by the way. He's taken the first run quickly. He wants a second. No, he won't. Just a little slip, and as it turned out, was a good call. Now they will get the second. So things happening in this over. 9 runs in that Nisham over. It's 106 for 6. 17 to play, 134 to get.
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
घबराना नहीं है इस बजट में हम बात कर रहे हैं साल की सबसे बड़ी स्कीम नेस्ले नेस्ले उठा के 2 खाली बैग्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त ऑफर
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी
मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International अमरेली स्टील्स के सरिये की लचक इमारत को देती है जलजले सहने की सलाहियत
होमिज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा
होमिज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग अमरेली स्टील्स का
102. That's where we're at in this first semi-final here at Old Trafford. It's gone into day 2. New Zealand right on top. The 2 experienced campaigners out in the middle for India. MS Dhoni playing in his 4th World Cup. Jadeja in his 2nd. Enjoys batting in England. Does Jadeja averages 70 here?
Trent Bolt, one of the keys always was going to be to defend this lowish total. Just look at his variations back in, those red ones, the bluer deliveries, turquoise we'll call them perhaps, going across. Red ones coming back in, the ability when the ball swings for Trent Bolt to be such a potent weapon for this New Zealand side.
Turquoise?
Turquoise.
Aqua. But Indian fans will still... like, that's what I said. Indian fans will still feel that there's hope with Dhoni out in the middle. If Jadeja can get a few away, just chip away at these runs. That's exactly why Trent Bolt's been brought back into the attack. If I can get my words out. Nicely played. Has he got enough timing on this one? He has.
Yeah, it's very full. He just jammed down on top of it. Punch down the ground. But we need to find a boundary at least every second over. Found boundaries back-to-back overs now, 6 and a 4. No chance for Kane Williamson, New Zealand skipper.
MS Dhoni playing in game number 350, only a second Indian player to do that. Build a reputation as the finisher. Coming a lot later in this innings. We did wonder when India were 3 down, whether he might come in then. Batted at 5, of course, in that famous victory in 2011, where he pushed himself up the order above Yuvraj Singh, scored 91 against Sri Lanka, saw India over the line. Today, he came in at number 7. Nicely timed, but there is protection. 34 overs gone, 114 for 6.
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसे तो फिक्र कैसे। अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
देवू की 100% मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी, ना देखभाल की जरूरत, ना ही कोई फिक्र।
डेवू बैटरी 100% तहफ्फुज़ की जमानत के साथ फास्ट केबल्स नजर आए।
ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड जाने का मौका पाओ।
2 for 7 from 6. That is quite extraordinary stuff. Looking to push the 2, he's sent back. Chance! A better throw, needed to hit.
And Trent Bolt. It was very good. Santner couldn't recover it. Not sure whether Jadeja was back quickly enough or not. Throw is very close to the stumps. Even if Santner gathers it, I think Jadeja makes it home just. Time he gets those hands to the stumps, maybe. Good call, I think, from MS Dhoni in the end.
Don't make them any more nervous than they already are. Kane Williamson held Santner back for quite a while there, I think, when Rishabh Pant was out in the middle. Perhaps just a bit worried about the left-arm spinner to the left arm, or the left-handed batter, but such wide open spaces on the leg side. Bat first.
I think we'll have a double change here as well. Trent Bolt brought back to try and pick up a wicket. He's at 8 overs now. Matt Henry, time for him. He's not generally a finisher for New Zealand, so he might come back into the attack.
Very quick between the wickets, another chance, he's fine.
Excellent running. These two both very quick. Jadeja straight away.
Yeah, just the way he timed it, the way he paced it. Constantly looking, it's the turn and go straight in, the Latham look, out to the boundary. Get it in quicker. And again, just the pace of that shot, searching for a 2, but they'll settle for the 1. Jadeja won't be as tempted to try and launch out to the leg side, a bit like Pant did. It'll be about manipulating the strike, building this partnership with MS Dhoni. Two players who've spent a lot of time in the middle together. Dot to finish, 119 for 6.
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसे तो फिक्र कैसे।
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर, महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में कोई फर्क नहीं। तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ। कोलगेट मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
जलजला से हिफाजत के लिए मुगल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
होमेज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा। होमेज contribute to good living.
Fairly gloomy, not as gloomy as it was yesterday night. And Matt Henry is going to come back into the attack, picked up 3 crucial wickets, bowled brilliantly at the top.
Santner, we talked about him being outstanding today. Just have a look at the aggression against Santner today. Hasn't been much of it from an Indian point of view. Rishabh Pant, Sanjay Mandrake talked about Santner dragging him wider, making him fetch it. The other one that's pulsating there on your screen is the wicket of Hardik Pandya. Again, not in too tight. It tied Hardik Pandya down. A little bit wide of off stump, making him fetch it, holding that pace back. Brilliant. Brilliant illustration of using the width and making the batsman reach for the ball.
And I think that frustration from Pandya there is more that he didn't connect, not that he played that shot. It's the way modern players are built these days. They still back themselves.
Yeah, and from a coach's point of view, you say that it's just a poor option. If he comes down the wicket and looks to go over long off or straight and slightly miscues it, you say, okay, it's not a bad matchup. I don't mind that. But just a swing across the line is not a great matchup for him. It's not the right option.
He'd been so calculated up until that point as well, going against the grain, both Pant and Pandya. They just couldn't help themselves against the left-arm spinner.
And I think, look at these again, just wide of off stump and wide of off stump, the 2 dismissals. I'd be very surprised if you see MS Dhoni look to go across the line. If he's going to attack Mitchell Santner at all, he's only got 3 overs left to do it, I think you will find Dhoni coming down the wicket at him and looking to hit him straight. Be very surprised if it is anything different from that. Same with Ravi Jadeja at the moment.
Mid on up inside the circle. Wow, that's cut him right in half. He almost just rolls his fingers over that seam presentation after it pitches. And some good aggression as well, but given a wide. I don't think he'll mind though, just puts it in MS Dhoni's mind. Made his debut all the way back in 2004. In Bangladesh, MS Dhoni. 15 years of service to Indian cricket.
You're talking like it's the end, Isha.
Not at all. It's a T20 World Cup around the corner. Don't get over the line here, how much one-day cricket he will play. Certainly not another one-day World Cup, surely not.
I couldn't see it, but I'd never pretend to know what's going on inside that mind. I'm sure he's got another IPL or 2 in him, possibly another T20 World Cup, who knows. Little under edge, was it? No, off the pad, I think. Off the pad, a little bit of excitement, but to no avail. 123 for 6.
Colgate Max Fresh सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
सुपर पावर है मुफ्ते मारना।
मुफ्ता तो मैंने भी मार लिया।
कैसे?
मुझे भी तो बताओ।
नेस्ले नेस्फ्रूटा के 2 खाली बैग्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त पाया।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
More than 1 lakh Pakistanis selling their cars on OLX every month. OLX is the smarter choice.
जलजला से हिफाजत के लिए मुगल
It's games like these you look back at memories, at perhaps a situation where you've been in the same sort of place. And Ravi Jadeja, MS Dhoni, and on this occasion back in Auckland a few years ago, Ravichandran Ashwin as well. Dhoni picked up a half century. They were chasing 314. Jadeja ended up 66 not out. MS Dhoni was dismissed eventually for 50, but it was a tied contest. Tied game in a 50 over encounter at Eden Park. Jadeja's got so much ability. They still have to believe that run rate is becoming a bit of an issue.
Hamish Marshall. I was coached by him when I was 11.
Yeah, Hamish and James Marshall, twins, of course, played their first-class cricket, Northern Districts in New Zealand. Hamish spent a lot of time at Gloucester under John Bracewell. A lot of county cricket. Just a dead-set guess that that's Hamish. To be honest with you, I can't tell the two of them apart.
It's a bit like Alex and Kate Blackwell for Australia. I was only able to tell the difference when Kate had her hair short. Two very fine players for Australia, of course. So Santner to bowl out, you would think. It's interesting with MS Dhoni, I was talking about his strike rates against spin. Only about 50% this year. Shows that he's not really looking to be aggressive to spinners. Lovely delivery. 37 overs gone, 126 for 6.
एक मैच देखने के लिए इतनी दूर। वर्ल्ड कप साथ गुस्सा जल्दी आ जाता है। बुढ़ा हो गया ना। बुढ़ा तू।
बॉयज, आपकी सेंचुरी पक्की है।
ओह, 6।
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ।
जलजला से हिफाजत के लिए मुगल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
Highways International, अमरेली स्टील्स के सरिये की लचक इमारत को देती है जलजले सहने की सलाहियत।
खास तौर पर यूपीएस के लिए तैयार करता डेवू डीप साइकिल बैटरी ये देर तक चार्ज रहे और लंबा साथ निभाए। डेवू बैटरी।
बच्चों, वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
Highways International.
होमिज डीसी इन्वर्टर एसी दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा। होमिज ट्रिब्यूट टू गुड लिविंग।
100% तहफ्फुज़ की जमानत के साथ फास्ट केबल्स नजर आए।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
देवू की 100% मेंटेनेंस।
For New Zealand, they're just looking to drive that scoring rate up. It's now up at 8.88. Trent Bolt on to try and eke out a wicket. From 77. Well, that has been timed beautifully. One bounce ball.
Good option. Excellent option from Jadeja. Dragged down from Matt Henry. Fielder on the boundary, Lockie Ferguson is very square. Didn't look to hit it too hard. This is all about timing and placement. And it carries a long way. Not much of a follow-through.
With every ball, with every run, the crowd are with India.
Saying yesterday on the first day of this one-day, Jadeja has 3 triple hundreds in first-class cricket, 2 double hundreds. He is a proper batsman. Yes, I know a lot of Indian fans haven't seen the consistency at the international level of that, but he doesn't get a lot of opportunities. There's a massive opportunity for him today.
Yeah, just takes the pace off the short ball from Henry. He does have the change-ups. He was very effective in the first innings for India. Hardik Pandya bowling a lot of those. It's got to be calculated stuff from India.
It's more of this. He cannot bowl that delivery that he bowled second ball, just a halfway down, nothing ball. It's either pace on and foolish, or if you're going to drag it back, take pace off it.
Yeah, the first time that run rate has now gone up to 9s and over.
He'll finish out here, Matt Henry, bowl this ball and then his last over as well.
Yeah, the caller too. They've allowed an early call from MS Dhoni to send him back. 38 overs gone, 131 for 6.
मेंटेनेंस फ्री बैटरी ना देखभाल की जरूरत ना ही कोई फिक्र डेवू बैटरी
बच्चों मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो प्रिंस आउट
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
मुगल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं घर महफूज होता है
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International. ऊबर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और ICC क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में जाने का मौका पाओ.
Strike rate of 100 for Ravi Jadeja. He's played brilliantly so far, just turning that strike over. Able to find the boundary, but that required rate keeps inching up.
Dhoni's smarts and his cricket sense are evident because he knows that New Zealand have to go to de Grandhomme or Neesham. At some stage, there's 3 overs left from either Colin de Grandhomme or James Neesham. So he knows that they will be 1, 2, 3 of the overs that he will target.
India's win percentage in all ICC tournaments.
3 of 11 only against New Zealand. So New Zealand have been the demise of India on a regular basis at ICC tournaments.
these T20 World Cups and Champions Trophy. Best win percentage against England. Well, they managed to get through to the final. Has he connected? He has! What a shot from Jadeja!
That's the option. Perfect. Talked about it. If you're going to take Mitchell Santner on, if you're a left-hander, go down the ground. Right-hander over long off. Execution. Very good from Jadeja.
These two believe. That target very simple now. 100 to win for India.
He's taken it upon himself here, Ravi Jadeja, to find that one boundary per over. Doesn't want to put the pressure all on MS Dhoni. He's got to help him out. He knows he needs help. He's taking that initiative himself.
That's woken up the crowd even more. A 6 down the ground, 39 overs gone, 141 for 6.
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
Homage DC Inverter AC दे अब आपको कुछ ज्यादा। Homage contribute to good living.
अमरेली स्टील्स के सरिये की लचक इमारत को देती है जलजले सहने की सलाहियत।
Ferguson. Just out of reach.
Yeah, not a good line from Lockie Ferguson there. Hit the glove. 50 partnership comes up. Jadeja just starting to find something. And this crowd that is not by any means a full house today, courtesy of the second day, just starting to believe as well, find their voice.
He's decided to go with Lockie Ferguson. Needs a wicket here, Kane Williamson. He's holding back Nisham and de Grandon. He's hoping that Lockie can break this partnership. It's incredible how this tournament has gone for India. Jadeja not even in the starting 11 at the start of the tournament. The last couple of games he comes in, one of the best fielders in the world. The run out, the catch, and now in the runs, keeping India's chances alive.
Oh, he's been everywhere. He's been doing all sorts of bits and pieces today. I mean, he's been all over this game.
Not to mention his bowling effort. A rare miscue from Jadeja. 1 for 34 from his 10 overs as well. Is it going to be the Jadeja show?
He believes. I tell you, he's got so much confidence. MS Dhoni's got confidence in him as well. Now, Kane Williamson, I don't mind what he's doing here with Lockie Ferguson, bringing him back.
And this is what India will be banking on. These two have been in so many situations where they just take the game deep, and then the pressure is put back on the bowlers. Will they make a mistake? Will the fielders make a mistake?
Yeah, and I say, I don't mind what Kane Williamson's doing. I think he let the game drag a little bit against Australia. Didn't go enough at Australia when he had them in a tough position. Now this, if it backfires at the back end of today, you cannot chastise Williamson because he's had a go. He's trying to bowl India out. He's trying to break this partnership by bringing Lockie Ferguson back.
Just continues on his merry way, taking that strike over. 2 overs left in Trent Bolt then. When does he use him? Henry with 1. Sandner with 1. He's got to use a couple of overs from Neesham or de Grandin at some stage. Ill discipline. Just creeping into New Zealand.
Yeah, and that's exactly what India will be hoping for. What Jadeja and Dhoni are trying to do is put some pressure back on this New Zealand bowling unit. Saying, okay, we're here. We've been here now for 56 runs, 61 deliveries. We might have been on top early. We're starting to believe now. The crowd are in behind us. There's some pensive faces in the New Zealand camp. New Zealand crowd now.
The corner 2 again. They're wrapping between the wickets. They'll do it easily. 150 up for India. The crowd are on their feet. They believe 40 overs gone.
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसे तो फिक्र कैसे।
घबराना नहीं है, इस बजट में हम बात कर रहे हैं साल की सबसे बड़ी स्कीम। नेस्ले नेस्ट फ्रूट के 2 खाली पैक्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त ऑफर।
मिल जाए तुम जैसा कोई हमको तो बात बन जाए। Olivia Intense Premium Hair Color।
Olivia, शुक्रिया।
मुगल सुप्रीम से सवाल कीजिए, घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
So Sandler to complete his final over. We're building into a big finish here in the first semi-final at Old Trafford. Intent from Dhoni. Well placed and well run.
Oh, it's brilliant. And with every single, every 2, the crowd are getting into this. They're getting behind it. They believe. They're starting to have some faith that India can still do this. And they certainly can. It's not beyond them at all.
It's on edge. Well bowled, Sandner. Well bowled. And this is where you stand up in the field. Martin Guptill. Just got to be ready wherever you are. You've got to be ready for that ball to come to you, whether it's in the air, in the outfield. You're sprinting to the ball. Might not have had the best of tournaments with the bat, Martin Guptill. But he's got to be giving absolutely everything. There's a final at stake. This is what it all comes down to, Julie, isn't it? Holding your nerve.
Yeah, and the 2 in the middle have been in this situation so many times.
Well, this has been smacked down to the ground. Lovely shot from Jadeja. It's into his arc. He takes advantage.
It's his day. Ravi Jadeja's day. Brilliant with the ball. So good in the field, and now he's showing his class with the bat. Again, it's the right option. It's the use of the feet. It's down the wicket. It's not swinging across the line from the crease. It's the right matchup. It's the right option.
Just in front. Sumner devastated. 2 for 34 from his 10. 159 for 6, then 81 from 54 here.
एक मैच देखने के लिए इतनी दूर वर्ल्ड कप साथ गुस्सा जल्दी आ जाता है बुढ़ा हो गया ना बुढ़ा तू
बॉयज आपकी सेंचुरी पक्की है ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ
ले आए एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर के मुकाबले पूरे 100 रुपए कम और सफाई में तो फिर ज्यादा पैसे क्यों दें? एक्सप्रेस पावर महंगे पाउडर वाली धुलाई 100 रुपए की बचत के साथ।
अमरेली स्टील्स का सरिया इमारत को देता है मजबूत खड़े रहने की ताकत।
But just the last couple of overs going the distance, bowling into Jadeja, the left-handed batter's arc, and Nisham comes into the attack. How do India play this? This is such a big moment.
Well, he's had his hand to play today. Brilliant left-handed catch, Jimmy Nisham. Has he got something to offer with the ball?
Lots of cutters. The odd short ball. Keep your cool.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of pace off, you would think, from Jimmy Nisham, but he does have to mix it up because Dhoni is so good at just assessing the situation, almost picking the bowler's brains. Been so many games as captain, he can read people's minds at times, MS Dhoni. Needs to be wary of that, Nisham.
Really well bowled.
Well, India 1 for 4. They were early on today. 2 for 5 when Virat Kohli went. LBW to Trent Bolt. Wanted it to be high, but it wasn't. And then 3 for 5 when KL Rahul went as well. 4 for 24, not long after.
Just rolling his fingers down the side of that again, another leg cutter. Taking pace right off here, Jimmy Nisham. Yeah, ever since those 3 wickets, the game has really ebbed and flowed. Pant and Pandya in the middle, just absorbed some pressure. They consolidated, they played extremely well. Okay, Williamson rolled the dice with bringing Santner into the attack against Rishabh Pant. He bit, was removed, then Pandya also bit, looking to launch the spinner. And these two, a partnership worth 68.
I think the wicket needs to be further around. Dhoni just saw him moving as well and told Jadeja, just if Nisham's going to take pace off the ball, it's more likely to go straighter than it is square.
Incredible timing from Jadeja. Through the fielder though. 49 now for Ravi Jadeja.
Yeah, not good for Ross Taylor. Whether he got a slightly dodgy bounce off that old pitch, but it was very obvious what Nisham was trying to do, and Jadeja was spot on. Yeah, I'll give it to Ross Taylor there because I think they got a terrible bounce out of the footholes on the old pitch, the practice pitch. So it was hard done by on that occasion, but that was why the mid-wicket needed to be further round, and now he's been moved, but the horse has bolted.
For Ravi Jadeja. celebration from the man from Saurashtra. His first one-day 50 since 2014. And what a time to do it.
Yeah, just a poignant little look as well from Ravi Jadeja.
Pressure.
Yeah, and it's outstanding from India. It is brilliant, this partnership. Dhoni's still 28 from 52. So that's where this is a genuine partnership, because Jadeja, 130 strike rate. MS Dhoni has put his trust in Ravi Jadeja. He's repaying it at the moment.
Is that to you, Dolly? Nearly through. So the equation here at Old Trafford, 72 from 48, 168%.
घबराना नहीं है इस बजट में हम बात कर रहे हैं साल की सबसे बड़ी स्कीम नेस्ले नेस्फ्रूटा के 2 खाली बैग्स किसी भी मैकडॉनल्ड्स पर लाएं और स्पाइसी चिकन बर्गर डील पर पूरे 200 का मुफ्त ऑफर
कोलगेट मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
तुम गिरना अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए नए सर्विस टायर्स बनते हैं यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक जर्मन टेक्नोलॉजी से। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसे।
मुगल सुप्रीम इस्तेमाल कीजिए, घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
This game is coming right down to the wire. India have got themselves back in it. 72 from 48 deliveries, and to bring you home, it's Shoaib Ganguly and Ian Smith.
Thank you, Isha. What a partnership this is. What an amazing game of cricket over 2 days. Such drama. The ebbs and flows. And now we reach that final chapter, the final piece of this amazing situation. Here's Lockie Ferguson.
I don't know what's the dressing room feeling yet. I'm pretty nervous up here.
I went outside just to get a breath of fresh air, and just to get the atmosphere in this partnership has been amazing, and this innings outstanding.
What a remarkable innings under pressure. Played positively. He's a good striker of the cricket ball, and have a look at that. If anyone's watching around the world, when your team's under pressure, you can't get a better knock in a big game than this. He deserves every bit of it. It's not over, lad.
New Zealand needs some silence, and the only way they're going to get that is to get a wicket. Silence the crowd. He's saying, you are strong. You are strong enough to win this game.
I love the reactions. Fantastic. Tremendous reactions.
Who is the strongest? Who's the strongest mentally? Who's the strongest physically here to get through this? Who's going to break first? Good delivery.
Cool and calm, isn't it, yeah? Leaves the delivery outside the off stump. When you need 9.5 runs and over. That's how confident MS Dhoni is. He's a tremendous reader of a cricket match. He's been in this situation so many times. And it can't get cooler than this. The brain's ticking, but the face and the body doesn't show anything. Come on, India, you can get this. 71 of 45.
Push for 2. So quick off the mark, MS Dhoni, but he's also very quick to say, let's not risk it. Not right now. We're back.
He hits some big blows. He's a clean striker of the cricket ball. Lots and lots of runs in first-class cricket. And he's using all his experience here, every bit of talent. There's very similar celebrations. Tremendous. Keep concentrating.
Pace, good direction. But remember, just the young man himself, Lockie Ferguson, We always talk about the batsmen, the pressure on the batsmen, but how about the bowlers? How about the bowlers in this situation? Strike points today when he's used his feet. Infrequently, I must say, he's used it to perfection. 70 from 43, that's what it boils down to. Such a long campaign. And the 43 deliveries and 70 runs. New Zealand will be happy with singles. India still need more than those. 171 for 6.
Save with Bank Alpha किफायत savings account.
11% तक का बेहतरीन रिटर्न ऑन सेविंग्स, हर माह मुनाफा, डेबिट कार्ड, चेकबुक, अल्फा और ऑबिट्स, इसके अलावा ढेरों फायदे। बैंक अल्फा किफायत सेविंग्स अकाउंट।
Bank Alpha, the way forward.
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
69 from 42. A wicket makes all the difference. A wicket brings out Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who's a useful player. A useful player. Back him. It's another 2 comfortably. No stress there. Stuff from Jadeja. Keep pushing these 1s and 2s. Every time they get a couple, every time the ball goes to the deep, there will be more pressure on New Zealand. Because these two are very capable of hitting the boundaries. He's in next. Just imagine what's going inside his head. He's a good cricketer. Oh, just short of Ross Taylor. I'm not sure he picked it up. It seemed to hang in the air. Was it going to carry to him? It just seemed as if he was on the back foot. It ballooned. Good delivery. The slower bouncer, something which India used a lot. Yes, it was in the air for a long time. Not very happy, Jimmy Nisham, from that effort. Just didn't pick it up. Yeah, I think he's a bit slow to pick it up, but there's big background behind him. His view there, and might have been a bit difficult, and maybe he thought he hit it better. Not going to run there either. Refusing a single there, MS Dhoni. There was a single on. He's so quick between the wickets, MS Dhoni, he would have reached it easily. That's the catch. MS Dhoni having a chat with him. He's agitated. He's been in this situation before. Well, he sees the funny side of it. What a game. What a semi-final. New Zealand were in a similar situation in New Zealand 4 years ago, yeah? Oh, man. Is this out? Is this out? No! Can you believe it? He's timed the ball so beautifully. And when he gets it wrong, he gets it too wrong from New Zealand's point of view. It's his day. 58 of 47. He did well there, Matt Henry, to get close to the ball. Slower delivery once again. He picks it up, hits the toe end of the bat. Doesn't reach the fielder. You begin to wonder when those things happen. 5 runs from this over so far. Still a delivery left. It's much beyond what India required. 10 and over. The previous set was in the air a long time. But to be fair to Matt Henry, he was far from it. Tensions everywhere. In the commentary box, in the crowd, Ian Smith, you can see, can't sit on his chair. But he's got a smile. Well, it's a smile on the face, but deep inside, he'll be praying. Virat Kohli. If India needed anybody at this stage, it's this man to be at the crease. Wide, Seen a guy around the ground selling defibrillators, have you? Send him up here. There'll be some broken hearts. Some are cracked at the moment, some will be broken.
What a moment for this man, MS Dhoni. He's been in a similar situation in a World Cup final 8 years ago in Mumbai. Got a magnificent 91 and saw India through. And once again, it's set up for him.
Taylor does brilliantly. It was destined for at least 3. Cut off 2. 6 overs to go. 178 for 6.
Biz popping, got your mouth dropping, super tongue shocking, feel the taste rocking. Color ice cold, taste so bold. Been a living, shiver, giving, winning when we love and Pepsi. We love it, get enough. Old living, always loving Pepsi, Pepsi.
नो वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल और हमारी शादी एक दिन नहीं हो सकती प्लीज
Okay. I'll call Papa.
क्या पार्टनरशिप है
6 रन
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ
Trent Bolt has got 2, Matt Henry 1, Lockie Ferguson 2. They still have to get 1 over from Nishan or Grandhome. Important to see at what stage of the game does Williamson bring him on. It's 10 runs and over from here. India will be eyeing on that over. It's not done too badly. Jimmy Nisham 6 runs and over. He'll be happy if he gives that in his last over. It's anybody's game. What a partnership this has been. 86 of 88. They came together when they were 92 for 6. And it's been a Jadeja show all the way. 59 of 48.
As much as they've done, they have to do most of the rest. It's not going to be easy for a bowler to come out and hit the ball all over this park. And it's still 10.33 runs per over, 62 from 36. And you need a big start to this over. Right on the money, Lockie Ferguson. Outstanding from a young bloke.
Good pace, 90 miles an hour. Terrific delivery. Pitch top Yorker. What a cricket match this has been. What a semi-final. Every ball, every over. New Zealand need a wicket. India need 10 and over.
2, should be 2.
He's so good at this, MS Dhoni. It's 32 of 58, a perfect stage for him to take it over from here. Keep putting the ball in the gaps, keep running. I believe fans were quiet when they were 92 for 6.
Deathly quiet. But not now, they're in. They're in. Big time they're in. New Zealand 3 inside the circle on the offside, man inside on the onside. Ferguson to Dhoni again. Just the one this time. Williamson cuts that off. Spare a thought for Kane Williamson. He's done so much in this tournament. And now it's the biggest half hour of the lot for him. Mentally, win or lose, mentally, he will be drained.
And they will be too. Ravi Shastri, the coach, Sanjay Bangar, how well they have played in this competition, India. They've been tremendous right throughout this World Cup. But it's this game. This is what you play for.
Jadeja goes and he goes well again. 6 more. He is on fire. And now you can see the belief even in the dressing room.
Yes, absolutely. Terrific shot under pressure. How good is that? He picked the slow ball so well. He helps it over mid-off. 80 meters. Oh, what an innings it has been so far.
That's a sensational piece of batting because he had to wait. He dropped that bat from 146 to 125. Massive difference in pace. He picked it, he saw it, he waited. Just the one. Henry Stoney says we've done the damage in this over. Let's not be stupid.
runs from this over. They've got what they require. What a recovery. This has been 96 of the 93. The entire India is watching. Entire India will start to believe that there is a chance to get into the finals. He's got an over to go. Matt Henry bowled brilliantly with the new ball. They need a wicket from somewhere. He lets it go. Cool under pressure, MS Dhoni. He's counting every delivery, every run. 188 for 6.
बच्चों, मुस्टैशियो ने मुझे भी ट्रैप कर लिया है और मुझे चाहिए तुम्हारी हेल्प। तो वेबसाइट पे रजिस्टर करो और प्रिंस एडवेंचर आर्मी का हिस्सा बनो। प्रिंस आउट।
All new Nescafe chilled latte. It all starts with a Nescafe.
कोलगेट मैक्स फ्रेश सनसनाते कूलिंग क्रिस्टल्स के साथ ताजगी का धमाका।
New Zealand simply have to break this partnership, otherwise India will do it. And Trent Boult has been their major wicket taker now for 4 to 5 years. Nervous now, very nervous New Zealand fans. 1:30 in the morning New Zealand time. No one will be sleeping. Another gap here, another 2. The Liza's age Dhoni will be scampering. My mind goes back 4 years. 4 years to this moment. Grant Elliott sent New Zealand into ecstasy. And to Melbourne.
Jadeja will be looking to do the same. And take them to Lords.
I'll never forget the emotion on both sides of the ledger. The experience, the tears, the drama, sportsmanship. Fantastic. Craig McMillan's seen it all before. His last gig with the New Zealand side. Is it his last day? Will he go to Lords? Still with a job to do.
Just having a word with his 12th man, trying to speak to him about the fields. Is New Zealand giving singles very easily? It's Colin Munro on the fence having a word with the batting coach. The mid-off's up, the mid-on the fence. Boult has got 1 over after this. Still 4 overs left from here. Jimmy Neesham will bowl 1. Lockie Ferguson has got 1. Boult 1. Matt Henry 1.
Trent Boult, this is big. This is a big moment. Just a little bit of hesitation there from Jadeja. He should have backed Dhoni. That's the 100 partnership. In this cauldron, absolutely amazing.
Magical. Just 97 deliveries. This man on the left, Ravindra Jadeja, he's played a knock of his life. 69 runs of 52 deliveries. Is New Zealand giving singles too easily? Field is coming on the ring. There is no mid-wicket. He keeps punching it into that mid-wicket region. They have to force Jadeja to hit in the air. I know it's 10.5 runs and over from here. At some stage you will have to. But too many fielders coming in the ring. Easy singles.
That's 4. That's luck. He hasn't had to have much luck. But he's got it now.
Just gives me a good feeling, Smithy. You see all this happening. Catch is not reaching to the fielder. Outside edge is under pressure, going to the fence. It's just a funny feeling. Slower delivery. Got beaten, Jadeja. It's his day. Whatever he touches turns into gold today. And what a day it has been. They were quiet for a long period of time. They started to realize it's amazing how emotions keep changing.
This one. The thing now is that I reckon they're close enough that someone else can come out and help the other guy win. That's the problem from New Zealand's point of view. They've got close enough now that if one of these two was to go, preferably him, then I think someone could come out and win it with the other guy. Now that is stacking against New Zealand's odds. That is an absolutely amazing stat there. That bloke just gets it done all the time. He is the king. He's the finisher. The closer.
Hear this out. What support they've had in this competition.
Nice batting. Difficult ball to hit down and keep under control, but he's managed to do it. We're down to the last 4 overs. It's 198 for 6.
Everyone with the ball on the field. What a change India has made. He came in against Sri Lanka. Not many expected him to play. What a performance in a big match. Ian Williamson.
Add to the drama here, Saurav. Can we just add a little bit more? Should the scores be tied? Should they be tied? Super over.
You'll have to hold your hearts and sit down, Smithy, you and myself. We are not getting younger.
Wanted to get help for that one. Gets to that stage.
If it gets to a super over, catch it tight. Shane Warne, new screen. He's watching it closely. Australia play England tomorrow in Birmingham. Don't go anywhere, this is not over. It can change any minute, any delivery, any over.
I believe New Zealand will have an opportunity to break this partnership. Whether they take it or not is the key. They will have a chance. A run out, a catch, something will happen.
They'll have to squeeze in the singles. They cannot let them pick ones and twos easily. Too many fielders coming from the ring.
Matt Henry.
He will be happy doing that, MS Dhoni. Take the single and put Jadeja on strike. So it's not very good captaincy from Williamson. He's got to hold the game here. He cannot let it go to the last 2 overs because he'll become even more dangerous. This man on your screen. The big blows, the massive sixes have not gone away from him. 20 in the last 2. It'll be very hard to stop India. So if you have to do anything, do it now.
Fine leg is up. Third man is up. There's a backward point, an extra cover. Williamson trying to get the attention of his outfielders. The noise. It's just overpowering any opportunity to talk on the field. I'll tell you something. Just down the road, the other Old Trafford has had some moments, but I doubt whether they've had a prolonged atmosphere like this. I doubt it.
Tremendous slow delivery. You'll see a lot more of that. He'll take it away from the left-hander because he knows Jadeja will come at him at some stage. He struck the ball very well, but it's 1 wicket which is keeping New Zealand away. Another single.
It's New Zealand content there, gut to win behind it. Stop the boundaries, they're saying. Stop the boundaries.
That's a Jadeja masterclass. What an innings. He keeps showing it, keeps saying that he's hit the ball so well. But imagine under pressure, valuable. You cannot explain it in the terms of boundaries and sixes. It's much more than that.
Tony still believes he's got it. He knows he's got it. If he's there, if he can have a say, he believes he can win it. And at the moment, he's saying to Jadeja, you're on fire. It's your moment. You're hitting it better. You have it. It's just an amazing amount of confidence in a lesser player who's just playing the innings of his life here. Can't find a gap. But even there's a calmness about that from Jadeja as well. They know that dots are good or ones are good from New Zealand's point of view.
12 and over from here. They know it. Bowled exceptionally well with the new ball, Matt Henry. The reason India is under pressure at this stage is because of him. 3 wickets at the top of the order.
It's a good over from Matt Henry. It really is under pressure. 5 singles, 47 gone, 203 for 6. Now the conundrum, Ross Taylor and Kane Williamson get together in the middle and they start to work out the scenario for these last 3 overs. The 2 oldest heads that New Zealand possess. Bit of input too from Trent Boult.
Overs 3 for 37 for Henry. Does he bowl Trent Boult or does he bring in Jimmy Nisham? He continues with Trent Boult. So the 48th over is going to be bowled by the best bowler in the team, the senior most bowler in the team. So does Jimmy Nisham bowl the 49th?
Well, and that leaves Ferguson the last. If that's the way he goes, he might go the other way and say Ferguson and Nisham, slightly older. You have the last. But he has to get a wicket. It's as simple as that. New Zealand have got to get a new man out there.
Does Dhoni keep rotating or finds the fence? He hits it. He hits it hard. Good work by Santner. He'll come back for second. Brilliant work at the deep.
So many moments in the day's play.
Yeah, the calculator is working. He knows this is a big over. This is a big moment of the game. Tremendous work. This is a quick outfield and how well he's reached that ball. It's so fascinating to see they're human beings under pressure and they're reacting brilliantly. Everyone, Jadeja, Dhoni, the fielding. Cricket at its best.
Pressure. It's just a case of losing your rhythm. That's feeling it a wee bit, knowing that this next delivery may turn the game. It may go out of the park. The great uncertainty of it. Dhoni knows he can't just hit ones now. It's got to that point.
Still takes the single. I'm losing words here.
Well, it's putting a lot on. This is putting a lot on Jadeja if he hasn't had a lot already, but it's putting a lot on him.
He knows it better than anybody else at this stage. MS Dhoni. He's done it day in, day out. 2011, that moment in Mumbai, when India were under a bit of pressure, he was fantastic.
I just wonder what he said to Jadeja there. Did he say, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay, or did he say, you've got to go? Back yourself, you've got to go. Oh, brilliant Yorker. Now they'll push for 2. Dhoni won't risk it. Good cricket, New Zealand.
What does MS Dhoni do now? Something's coming. He can hit the ball a long way. Very good delivery. Tremendous. What is he thinking? That I'll keep rotating with Boult and take Jimmy Nisham on the next over? Or is he thinking, do I take Boult on? Will he rotate again, put the ball in the gap and take a single? makes a single. Murmurs everywhere. That's the right ball to hit. But I keep saying he knows better than everyone. This man on your picture, in this situation, has been more than anybody else in world cricket. And he's delivered more number of times. He's cool, he's calm. What's going in his head, Ian?
Well, that experience is going in his head, but is he asking too much? Is he just pushing it a tad too far? Straight up. Williamson again. Biggest moment. Got it. Jadeja is on his way, and New Zealand have broken the partnership.
A big wicket under pressure. Someone had to go. And as Ian Smith said, he's pushed Jadeja too far. Jadeja playing the big shot. Good captaincy from Williamson. He kept his best fast bowler on. And boy, he struck. A fantastic innings comes to an end. An innings that will be remembered for a long, long time. And he perishes. Think about him. The ball's high up in the air. He's the captain. Amazing abilities.
Spare a thought for this man who's given us this moment. He's given us this tension. Jadeja, after sensational performance, goes for 77. It's 2:08 for 7.
हमेशा टाइम वेस्ट कराता है. 20 किलोमीटर की राइड लेकर हम लोग भागम भाग जा रहे हैं एक मैच देखने के लिए, क्योंकि नवाब साहब का पेट खराब है.
अब बॉयज, वर्ल्ड कप साथ देखने की रवायत तो नहीं तोड़ सकते ना. याद है वर्ल्ड कप 92? क्या लाजे थे यार.
गुस्सा जल्दी आ जाता है. 60 के बाद सटिया गया है बुढ़ा. मैं सटिया गया हूँ. अबे तू सटिया गया. सन 47 की पैदाइश. 2 साल बड़ा है मुझसे तू. Join the young club.
Fresh 50s.
ऐसे ही खेलते रहो बॉयज, तो सेंचुरी पक्की है.
Oh, 6.
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो, स्कोर बनाओ और आईसीसी क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप इंग्लैंड में जाने का मौका पाओ.
Well, he has to get the strike back here. He's on strike now. He has to get it back so he can. But ones are starting to become no good at all to India. No good at all. Oh, his last ball is a good one, but Southey's going to get in the way, and he only wants one. Dhoni, he says, leave it to me. It has to be me. 209 for 7. 2 overs to go.
अब से मैं भी अपनी साइकिल दूंगा. बड़ा हो गया हूँ.
पैरों पे अपने खड़े खुद से होंगे. बढ़ने लगे हैं ये तो.
इसीलिए आपको चाहिए स्ट्रॉन्ग डेटॉल प्रोटेक्शन, क्योंकि डेटॉल देता है तहफ़्फ़ुज़ 100 बीमारी फैलाने वाले जर्म से.
मामा ने डेटॉल का धुला. अब ले आए डेटॉल का यकीनी तहफ़्फ़ुज़ अनार की फ्रेशनेस के साथ.
Oh, he doesn't want Jadeja to go. Neither do we. But he's got to go. He has to go. Tremendous, unbelievable.
31 for 12. If you don't like this, cricket ain't your thing. This is fantastic. 15.5 runs per over. One of the oldest, greatest hits in the game. One of the best closers against a rookie. It's Dhoni and Ferguson.
For me, it's this over. All what Ferguson needs to do is keep MS Dhoni off strike.
This is all on Williamson again. This is captaincy. You know all about this stuff, Surya. You know about the pressure of captaincy. What goes through his head? Williamson now.
He will be looking to keep MS Dhoni off strike. Virat Kohli having a word with Chahal, explaining what he needs to do when he gets off in the middle. But it's all on this man. It's not on anybody else at this moment.
Ferguson. Dhoni goes big. Goes big. How big? I think it's big enough. It is! Oh, man, just by a matter of inches.
It's brilliant. He wanted the strike, and he's put the first ball into the stands. The champion at his very best. Moves on to 49, and have a look at that hit. Short, that's his length. And he pings it over point. What a start to the over. Pressure back on Ferguson.
Is it fate? Is it fate? Lucky Ferguson again. Interesting. 25 from 10. What is he saying? New Zealand's last bowler, I can take you for 10 or 12? Is that what he's saying?
15 maybe. He will leave 15, but he needs to be on strike. That's a good length to MS Dhoni. Full. I thought it was a poor delivery up front. His heart will be beating. He's had a great tournament as a team, Ravi Shastri, but it boils down to the last 10 overs.
Well, this is very interesting, Surya, because Bolt has come across Ferguson and said, bring up third man, send back fine leg. Williamson wasn't really involved in the conversation. Ferguson's shifting his own men here.
Don't bowl short. Don't bowl short to MS Dhoni. Doesn't matter whether the fine leg is behind or not. He'll put it in the stands.
Now they've got to push for two. Who's going to cover the keeper's stumps? They're going to go. Got to get up. Directed. Is this the World Cup? It's Martin Guptill. Is this the final? Unbelievable.
To the umpire to director, we have a referral for a run out.
Nip and tuck.
Can I see your best
Unbelievable is
sign
the right
ankle,
word.
please?
What a throw under pressure from probably New Zealand's best fielder. Has MS Dhoni made it? The entire country will be praying. The dressing room will be praying.
Thank you. Thanks, Kevin. I've made my decision.
Look at the big screen, everybody. Look at it. It says that magic three-letter word. And MS Dhoni, is it the last time he leaves the big stage? He's gone, run out, perished running the second. And the irony of it all, it was Martin Guptill. What a miserable tournament for Martin Guptill with the bat, but you just knew he'd stay in the game.
Irony, as you said it. He's so quick between the wickets. Not many would expect MS Dhoni to get run out in an important situation. But one of the fastest in the world in between the wickets leaves the big stage with a run out. 216 for 8. Is it the end?
No. वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल और हमारी शादी एक दिन नहीं हो सकती प्लीज
Okay. I'll call Papa.
क्या पार्टनरशिप है
6 रन
ऊपर रिक्वेस्ट करो स्कोर बनाओ और इंग्लैंड जाओ
गर्मी में ठंडक का एहसास डेटॉल कूल के साथ डेटॉल कूल दे 100% बेहतर प्रोटेक्शन और मेंथॉल की कूलिंग
मामा ने डेटॉल का धुला.
.216 for 8. Now it's the bowlers. Chahal, moments ago sitting on the balcony, calm. Now it's on him. It's Bhuvaneshwar and Chahal. Chahal on strike. Brilliant run out of Dhoni by Guptill. It's still Ferguson with the pressure. On the money. There's no run there. New Zealand are squeezing now. They've got men in closer.
Yeah, good captaincy. He'll bring everyone in. That's a full length to Chahal. Have a look at this.
Have a look at Martin Guptill. Have a look at the moment Martin Guptill made a big statement in this World Cup. So big. Too big, maybe.
Yeah, she just can't believe it. She knows it's out. She's far from here, but she knows it's out.
Again on the money. They'll push for two. They have to run for two, but can they afford it? No. It's Guptill again. It's getting tough. Really tough for India.
What an over. 7 runs from it under pressure. That's the distance between a World Cup final and a semi-final. Millimeters. Have a look at Guptill. Look at his expression. He's probably done the best thing in this World Cup. Hit the stumps and dismissed MS Dhoni. Well, he's in despair. He knew he had it in him. He knew he could finish it. And at the end, a New Zealand supporter enjoying this moment.
Ferguson. Done him for pace, done him for direction. The young fella, man, how to grow up in a short space of time.
Tremendous over. But it was always coming. He would give no pace to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar to hit. And he finishes off with a wicket. Hands on their heads. Dhoni and Jadeja gave them expectation. The wicket of Jadeja and then of Dhoni. And with this goes all their hopes. They will be looking to get to Lord's, St John's Wood, Central London for the final. And dismissed without scoring. Didn't have much hit in the competition and couldn't get off the mark when it was required. 217 for 9.
अब से मैं भी अपनी साइकिल दूंगा, बड़ा हो गया हूँ।
पैरों पे अपने खड़े खुद से होंगे, बढ़ने लगे हैं ये तो।
इसीलिए आपको चाहिए स्ट्रॉन्ग डेटॉल प्रोटेक्शन, क्योंकि डेटॉल देता है फर्स्ट 100 बीमारी फैलाने वाले जर्म से।
मामा ने डेटॉल का धुला।
अब ले आए डेटॉल का यकीनी तहफ्फुज़ अनार की फ्रेशनेस के साथ।
217 for 9. There are 6 deliveries. India need to basically hit 6 boundaries. It's as simple as that, and they've got 10 and 11 at the crease. Kane Williamson, he has pulled the right rein all day. He didn't spend all his options too quickly, but he held them to the right time. Jasprit Bumrah at the crease. 23 from 6, here's Neesham. It's got to be special, India. It's good enough for one of them. Terrible delivery from Jimmy Neesham, one of the worst he's bowled all day.
I'm not a big believer in bringing the fine leg and third man up to the tail-enders. I've never believed in that field. You can bowl a slower one, you can bowl a quick delivery, but never bring the third man and fine leg up for a number 11.
He just needs to hit the crease, he needs to hit a Yorker. 2 Yorkers and New Zealand are on their way. Just 2 Yorkers, none of this stuff.
Even length deliveries. BC length deliveries into the stumps. 19 from 5.
19 from 5, Surev. Here's Neesham again. Edges it, doesn't carry through. It doesn't carry through to Latham, but it's a dot, a precious dot, a golden dot.
Yeah, it's gone away from India. We can keep building it up the last over, but with the wicket of MS Dhoni, the game's gone. Slower delivery, outside edge, doesn't carry. Yeah, what an effort it has been from the Kiwis. Came in as underdogs, and what a performance.
2 sixes, they need 2 sixes here. Got to hit 2 out of the park. Chahal. He tries, he can't do it. It's a little touches there. It is, it's over. It's over. Latham takes the catch. All the credit in the world goes to that man on screen, Kane Williamson. He has held his nerve. He has let his players hold their nerve. We're going to have a review, so the third umpire will have the final say on this match.
Thank you. TV umpire to director, we have a review for caught behind. The original decision is out. Can I check the front foot first, please? Thank you. That's fair delivery. If we can go to front on, please. Just ultra edge when it's ready. Thanks, Kevin. Ultra edge coming up now. Thank you. I've got a large spike as it's on the bat, so I'll be going back on field to Richard.
That is the moment. Richard Kettleborough says it's all over. Slightly subdued, I've got to say, New Zealand. Slightly subdued. Pyrotechnics go off. What a performance from New Zealand to defend 239 and do it by 18 runs and blow this tournament wide apart.
A remarkable performance, and they should be very happy. What a spell of bowling from them. Tremendous captaincy from Kane Williamson under pressure. And that will be a sad dressing room. It's a total they should have gone. Take nothing away from this unit. Take nothing away from Williamson, and that hug says it all. He knows the importance of that run out. And hopefully it will lift up Guptill for the final.
And let's go back to yesterday when everyone said New Zealand are too slow here. Williamson and Taylor, you're too slow. What is going on? You're too slow. They knew they set up a target that was going to be a challenge, and the challenge proved to be just too big for India, one of the great sides of modern cricket. Couldn't chase it down.
So back-to-back 2 finals for New Zealand in 2 World Cups. They were there in Melbourne 4 years ago, and now they'll go to Lord's, beating a very strong team, a team which was in tremendous form, tremendous touch right throughout the competition, looked as one of the favourites. But boy, what a performance from these All Blacks. Beg your pardon, the Black Caps.
Call them what you like, sorry. They've had a bit of All Black about them today in terms of finishing the job under pressure, and I can tell you that it's just subdued because they know that whilst it's fantastic, it's far from over now. They've given themselves a golden opportunity. So many famous Indian faces here, the coach Ravi Shastri amongst the players, the support staff lived every moment of this fantastic day out, and those people who have travelled so far, spent so much money in their trips to come and see maybe a magic moment will have seen it. It's all been worth it. Look at these guys just celebrating the emotion of the team in black against the emotion of the team in blue.
Man of the moment, Martin Gupta. Look at the support staff. Yes, they've hung the fast bowlers. You have Henry and Bolt up the top, but they know the importance of that run out.
It's the most incredible piece of fielding, and we've seen some. Jadeja, let's not forget Jadeja. What a day out Jadeja had. What a day out Dhoni had. Couldn't quite get it done in game number 350. And these poor Indian fans, and I say that because they put their heart and soul into their team. And not going to see them in this final. They're not going to see them at Lord's. They came, they hoped, they had a great chance, but at the moment they can think of nothing else but despair.
What a game he's had. How well he's bowled up at the top. You can see them leaving the ground. It's just behind our stadium, just behind where we are. It is amazing emotions. How important this game is. Terrific. This is what you come to watch. This is what you wait to play. Whether you're young or middle-aged or old, they just love their team.
Well, they had to go after 240, a moderate run chase by modern standards, but they knew New Zealand would fight. I don't think they expected to be 3 for 5 when they lost Rahul Wright and Kohli. Those two big ones, Wright and Kohli, that lifted New Zealand to a new level. And then I think at that point they thought, could it be possible? Could it be possible? Karthik came and went. He didn't do much damage to New Zealand, but then youngsters came together. Pant and Pandya built a partnership that started to say to New Zealand, don't forget us. We haven't been around that long, but you might remember our names.